Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please invite your friends and please invite Muslims. So, if there is any would like to call us and give us some answers, that will be nice and beautiful. Today, our topic is Quran versus the Bible. You see, if you go in YouTube, you will find thousands and thousands of videos made by Muslims speaking about the preserved Quran. And for me, I don't really care for the Quran preservation or not, because I mean, what they call preserved today is enough for me to prove that Quran is false and Islam is false. So you say it's preserved, you say it doesn't preserve, doesn't make any difference anyway. However, we are going to speak today about the preservation of the Quran, and in the same time, which book is the true book? I mean, the Bible or the Quran? You see, there is something everybody forget, and this is what usually the Christians do. Christians, when they debate Muslims, they debate them as they are debating an atheist. As simple as that. So let us say that the purpose of the debate is missing. A Christian, generally speaking, he is unaware he is debating who. So he think if he debate a Muslim is the same as debating an atheist, is the same as debating a Hindu debate. I mean, they have their own logic, those who call themselves debaters from the Christians side, and I'm a Christian, as you know. But the fact that debate between us and Muslims is destroyed. I mean, the Muslim, they lose the argument since they made the argument. What is the argument? The argument is that the Bible is corrupted. I put the whiteboard there because we are going to draw some stuff. Bible is what? Corrupted. All right. Who is the one who say that? The Muslim. So this is the first claim a Muslims will come to you, or the Muhammadan they will come with. So let us put the claim in the top in the screen. And I hope the Christians are listening carefully, and not that they are here not for chat and entertainment. Please listen carefully. I'm not here to waste my time. The Bible is corrupted according to Muslims. That's what they say. Okay. Who is a Muslim in the chat would like to say I agree with that? Who is a Muslim listening to us right now, or he would like to call us, and he is willing to say I agree with this claim? Do we have any Muslim? Do we have any Muslim he agree that the Bible is corrupted? Anyone? No, this is very good claim actually. I like this claim. Anyone? Who is a Muslim agree with this? Okay, we have somebody saying I agree with this claim. You see, anyone who is here to play games and this is not for kids. If you are not a Muslim and I say I agree with this claim, I will ban you. So this is not a place for kids. We want mature people. Who is a Muslim? Anyone? Look like we don't have any serious Muslim here. But look what the Muslim he just did. By saying that the Muslim, or the Muslim by saying that the Bible is corrupt, do you know what he did? He just proved to us that Islam is false. And this is why. If we ask the Muslims where the Bible is coming from, he will say Allah. Who? Allah. And when we mean the Bible, we mean two books, actually more. We mean, according to the Quran mentioned the book of David, and there is Sulaiman, he have a book, David have a book, and even Abraham have a book, and Isa have a book. So we are talking about many books, and Moses have a book. So when we say the Bible, we are saying many books, all of them one shot. Okay, who is the one who sent this book? Allah. So what the Muslim is saying to you, that Allah is God and he cannot protect his books, not only one book. Are you getting the point? So this is the claim of the Muslim. The Muslim coming to us, he have big missiles saying, hey, I'm strong, I want to show you my God what he can do. What your God can do? Your God, he lost books. Your God cannot protect his books because those are supposedly the books of Allah. Are we taking notes? So when you debate a Muslim about the Bible, don't start quoting for him verses from here and tell him we have many manuscripts and all this. Why you want to do that? This guy, he gave you a hammer, he gave you a big nail, and he is asking you to use it. So as long you are saying that Allah is sent the Bible and the Bible is corrupt, so the Bible of Allah is corrupt. This is the correct sentence now. This is the conclusion. So a Muslim is coming to me, debating me about the Bible to be corrupt. He is saying to me, the Bible of Allah is corrupted. Okay. That's wonderful. As long you are a Muslim and you are saying to me Allah Bible is corrupted, what's my problem? Do you understand, people? The debate is over. Do we understand? The debate is over. 2 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. A Muslim crying, oh, my Allah, my God, his name is Allah and he sent the book and his books are corrupted. Okay, nice to meet you. So what we will do now? What kind of God? He cannot protect his book. Actually, this should be a reason for anyone to leave Islam. This should be a reason for anyone who believes in Islam to leave Islam immediately, because you have a God who, according to Muslims, he sent 124,000 prophets. How many? 124,000 what? Prophet. Oh boy. And each one of them, he come with book from Allah. Okay. And all the prophet books are gone. What? What? Except one prophet. So 124,000 minus 1 are gone. What is the result? Guys, what is the result? Who is a Muslim here? He is good in mathematics. 124,000 prophet books are gone. We have only one supposedly left. What is the result? 123,999 are lost. So imagine if we give Allah a job to work as a library guy. Allah is the biggest loser in history. We gave him 144,000 books. He was able to protect only one. So how we can trust Allah? Any Muslim? Imagine you leave your son at home and you tell him, okay, I will give you $124,000. You come back home and your son, because he's a good boy, he only was able to protect $1. This is Islam. I challenge any Muslim to say you are lying. And then we have another question. Those 124,000 prophet, Allah sent them for what reason? They say to deliver a message. Okay, do Allah knew that their message will not be delivered anyway? Allah is all-knowing. Okay, so why Allah did not preserve the 124,000? Allah knows best. No, Allah did not know best. Because there's no point of sending all those messengers if you cannot preserve the message. Now, the logic of one book only is protected. This is the logic. This is the Muslim logic. All the books of Allah are protected. No, they are not. Only one. So the Injil is corrupted. The Torah is corrupted. The book of David is corrupted. The book of Solomon is corrupted. The book of Abraham is corrupted. You name it. Only one book, brother, Allah preserved. What does that mean? What does that mean? Any Muslim can tell me what does that mean? Allah, He has a selective service. Allah is like a security company. He decided to protect only one book. Only one book. But isn't it all the book of Allah are the book of Allah? Is the word of Allah is equal to the word of Allah, or it is not? If the Torah is the word of Allah, and the Injil is the word of Allah, and the Quran is the word of Allah, so why Allah will not protect the word of Allah? The answer is very simple. Allah has nothing to do with those books, and Muhammad, he could not find himself there. So he have to say, and the Muslim, they have to say, you change the books. But however, I like the idea of Muslims saying that the book of Allah is corrupted, because that will lead us to prove that Allah cannot be God, for nobody can corrupt the word of God according to the Quran. Let us take a snapshot for this, so later we can use it and we do not need to type this thing again. Smile. Bingo. All right. Now, in the Quran, it says, إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. What does this verse mean? It is us who sent down the dhikr, and the Muslim between the two brackets, they said the Quran. But the Quran did not say the word Quran there. Where is the word Quran in the verse? There is no. This is why they put it between two brackets, i.e. the Quran. And look here at the fabrication. You see, Islam is a religion of corruption. If Allah did not say Quran, how you say it's Quran? This guy claiming that Allah is saying that he sent the dhikr, and the word dhikr here is the Quran. Who is a Muslim he agree with this translation, that the word dhikr here mean Quran? Any Muslim agree with this? Any Muslim agree? Who agree? Anyone? Anyone? Dhikr mean the reminder, but this is the name of a book. This is not just a word mere reminder. A dhikr is the name of a book according to the Quran. Let us show you how they lie when they say Allah is saying he will protect the Quran. If we go to different verse on the Quran, we will find this. Remember how the word look like. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open two pages so we can place them next to each other. All right. In different verse in the Quran, it says the following. Chapter 16 verse number 44 and chapter 21 verse number 115, both of them they are mentioning the word dhikr. But the chapter 21 make verse 105 make it so clear what a dhikr is. It's not the Quran. Here we go, and this is the Muslim translation. We are using the same translation for the same translator, isn't it? We will check it out. So it says here that indeed we wrote in the Zabur, which is the book of Psalm, i.e. all revealed in the holy book, the Torah and the Injil. So what the word as zikr mean? What is a dhikr? Let us change the translation. Maybe the translator here, he was not successful to make it good. Maybe his lies is not working. Let us go to Yusuf Ali. Okay. Yusuf Ali saying the following. Before we wrote the book of Psalm, or we wrote in the book of Psalm after the message was given to Moses. So what is a dhikr? Is what is given to Moses. You see, this is the same word. You see it? It says here, and we wrote in the book of Zabur. Muhammad, he have a very funny names for those books. I mean, how the book of Psalm became Zabur, I have no idea. Don't ask me. Even the name is not right, because Zabur can be a private part of a man. Just take the tashkil and you can pronounce it differently. And remember, the Quran was not written with tashkil. Tashkil is those things you see in the top. So, and the Zabur, we wrote in the Zabur after the dhikr. So the dhikr was something ancient. This is not the Quran. So why here in the translation they say that the word dhikr is the Quran? How they come to this conclusion? The Quran make it clear that the word dhikr is the Torah. So based on this verse, the Quran saying that Allah, he protected the Torah. However, this is not really a big deal for me. I'm just getting them busted with their claims. Let us say, for the sake of argument, Allah, he protected the Quran only, and he said he is going to protect the Quran. But isn't it Allah, he said in the Quran, and nobody can exchange the word of Allah? The Quran says that. Again, if you ask the Muslims, when Allah he said nobody can change, all those verses saying the same, by the way. Chapter 6 verse number 34, chapter 6 verse 115, chapter 10 verse number 64, chapter 18 verse number 27. What it says? Nobody can change the word of Allah. Do you see it? None can change his words. Okay, is the Injil is the word of Allah? They say yes. Is the Torah the word of Allah? They say yes. Is the book of Psalm the word of Allah? They say yes. Is this verse the word of Allah? They say yes. But Allah says nobody can change the word of Allah. Do you see the stupidity? So what the Muslims they do, they have selective understanding. They don't even respect their book. The word in the Quran is so clear. Nobody can change the words of Allah. He did not say some of the word of Allah. He said nobody can change the words of Allah. So either Allah here is lying, aka Muhammad, or this is true. Then all your statement about the Bible is corrupted is a stupid statement. Who told you that there is 124,000 prophet? This is a kid can search it in Google and can find it. I do not need to give you a proof for that. Just search it. It will take you 2 seconds in Google. You're a potato couch. Or they call it what? Couch potato? Show me where it says 124 prophet. Just type it in Google. You know, come to daddy. I mean, look at the Muslim. A Muslim, he is saying to me, he never heard that Allah sent 124,000 prophet. This is the first time he heard it. Yeah, the only thing they hear is the Bible is corrupted, brother. But look what happened here. Not only this is a contradiction for what Allah said, and we showed you that the word dhikr mean the Torah and whatever books came before in the beginning, but the Quran confirmed in many verses that nobody can change the word of Allah. Now if we ask the Muslims what is the first chapter was given to Muhammad, they will say to us chapter 96. Chapter what? 96, brother. Oh, so if Allah he gave Muhammad the chapter number 96, so why it is 96? This should be number 1. Correct? Why you are not reading the tafsir of that verse? Tafsir of who? You Muslims don't agree about it. And you know what? Even if tafsir says that this is mean the Quran, that will be stupid. Again will take us to point number 0, that Allah cannot protect his Bible, cannot protect his Torah, and that will make it even more horrible. So read the tafsir, that will help me more. Actually, I insist to agree with the tafsir, and I will show you why. I like it more. When you say that Allah he will protect only the Quran, that's mean obviously Muhammad is a scam. Because why Allah will protect the Quran if the Quran is the same as the Injil, the same as the Torah, the same as all his books? Are you saying to me the Quran is made of gold and the rest of Allah books are made of silver? Are you saying to me that the word of Allah is not equal to the word of Allah? Are you saying to me that the word of Allah is not eternal? So that all will lead us to understand that Islam is a shish kebab hummus. That will be stupid. And look at the corruption in front of our eyes, the proof in front of you. They say we never change anything. Who is the one who put a chapter 96 as 96? Read the tafsir verse 6 115 will make sense to me. Well, my friend, nothing makes sense to me, because it makes sense to you to say that Allah protect the Quran only. Why? You tell me how it makes sense. Allah is the Injil is the book of Allah. The answer, yes, the Quran says so, according to Islam, not according to me. So why Allah will not protect his book? Who is a Muslim when give me a call? He is my hero. Why Allah would like to protect the Quran only, not the rest of his books? Who want to tell us? Who is the hero? Have an answer. They have no answer, because this is a very silly argument. No answer. Any Muslim have an answer? This is your book and this is your Quran, saying that actually not only that, we have tons of contradiction. Look, this is a chapter 3, verse number 3. It says, نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه. He sent to you the book with the truth, confirming what is between his hands. How you are confirming what is between your hands, and yet you claim it's corrupted? Guys, look at the Muslim answer. Hold on, I want to show you the Muslim answer, just to show you the comedy. A Muslim, he said, Allah did not protect the book because it's a test. That's the most silly answer ever. Well, we are tested since the time of Adam. Isn't it enough the sin we have? What test? Test for what? What is that? Isn't it the test to believe or not to believe? So look what you are saying. Allah, he sent the book, he gave it to the shaitan so he can play with it, so shaitan can deceive people and use the word of God, making them the poor people believe that they are worshiping God, but the fact shaitan deceived them. That's mean Allah, he himself is a shaitan. Now if we ask this Muslim a very simple question, is the Quran corrupted by the will of Allah or against his will? Who is the Muhammadan will answer me. Let us make this question more clear. Is Allah word corrupted by his will or against his will? Who is the hero? Want to answer? Anyone? Anyone have an idea? I hope the Christians are taking notes, just to show you how embarrassing this cult is. Is Allah's words corrupted by his will or against his will? Who is the Muslim? Want to give me the answer? Any Muslim? Thank you. A Muslim saying to us, everything happened is by the will of Allah. Guys, did you see it? Everything happened is by the will of Allah. So who is the one who corrupted the book? I mean, the word corrupt there is coming wrong. Very funny. Let me fix it. Hold on. My screen freeze. Okay, let's take it off. Okay, so the corruption happened by the will of Allah. Oops, I'm typing Arabic again. Hold on. Very slow. By the Oh boy. All right. Look like there's a delay in typing for some reason in this software. All right. So Allah will is the reason for the Bible to be corrupted. So what's my problem? and who is the shaitan? And who is the evil? If the Bible is corrupted by the will of Allah, that's mean whoever corrupted the Bible was doing the will of Allah. Are we following? Whoever that person who corrupted the Bible, he was doing the will of Allah, so he's a good person. Because this is Allah will. Do you understand? Do you understand me, people? Let us say I am the one who did that. But as long as this is the will of Allah, that's mean I'm doing what Allah he ordered me to do. So the one who corrupted the Torah and the Bible according to Islam understanding, according to their logic, is Allah. So Allah is the devil. Allah should go to hell. Allah is shaitan. Disgusting. Shame on you. So this is how silly the logic of this cult. How silly it can be more than this. Allah he sent the book, and Allah he wanted his book to be corrupted, brother. Why Allah want to do that? Isn't it enough that he sent shaitan to us? You know what I mean? Isn't it him who sent the shaitan? Isn't it enough he sent shaitan? So every step of those steps, Islam is destroyed. How many times we need to destroy Islam today? It's enough. But we are not done. Here we go. Husni is trying to change the topic. You see, when a Muslim get hurt, he right away try to change the topic. Do you see what they do? You don't want to talk about our topic no more. So are you saying that God he sent his son? Look what we are talking about, and look what he's talking about now. Because now he is hurt. We got Allah busted. Allah is the one who corrupted his book. Are you saying that to me that God he sent himself to save his what a comedy, what a drama. And not only that, if we go in the Quran and even in the Hadith, we find that any sin we do in our life is the will of Allah. Is that right? Read with me carefully. Let us say I'm going to do tomorrow I'm going to commit adultery. All right, look what Muhammad he said. It's not you who choose to do adultery, it's Allah. Allah he wrote for every human how much adultery he will do. This is not about Allah knowing, it's about necessity of doing. It's a portion which Allah he wrote for you to indulge. Read carefully, and this is Sahih Hadith, so they can't say it's weak, da'if, and the garbage they say. Verily Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in, and which he of necessity must commit. Do you see it said necessity must commit? That's mean you're good, you're bad, doesn't matter. You believe, you don't believe, doesn't matter. You have to commit sin as Allah he decide for you. So which one is which sin is not written by Allah? All of them are written by Allah. So you commit adultery, Allah he made you commit adultery. You kill somebody, Allah made you kill somebody. You rape a woman, Allah made you rape that woman. You commit theft, Allah made you do theft. You disobey Allah, Allah make you disobey Allah. You corrupt the Bible, Allah make you corrupt the Bible. So who is the devil? And why this person is going to be punished for the adultery he did? Any Muslim can tell me? Do we have any Muhammadan here have an answer? If Allah is the one who decides for me adultery, which I must do, so why I will be punished for it? So what we are talking about a collection of illogical logic. Do you see what Islam is? Islam is a collection of illogical logic, stupid logic. So Allah will punish us for not choosing Islam, but Allah is the one who made us not to choose Islam. Huh? You won't be punished for it? Isn't it your prophet? He says, and the Quran says, the one who commit adultery whip his back 100 times. What are you talking about? This is in the Quran. And in the hadith, Muhammad, he says, actually, as long as we are talking about the Quran being preserved, my friend, you remind me of a hadith which is very important, because we are talking about adultery, right? If you remember, there was a verse in the Quran about stoning to death, right? Which eaten by the goat. So it says here, the hadith, and this is Sahih hadith, the verse of stoning and breastfeeding, which is very sadly is gone. I like breastfeeding, you know. I want to be a baby again. The verse of stoning and breastfeeding for an adult, so not for a baby. Even now I can do it. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. What an open-minded religion. Allah is hippie. Allah is a hippie God. Muhammad teaching people, teaching Muslim women, you can give your boobs to a strange man. You cannot shake hands with Muslim women, but you can suck their nipples. That's so beautiful. So Allah sent verses, and those verses, as Aisha saying, not me. Don't tell me it's me who said that. The verses of stoning, of what? Stoning. So there was verses of stoning in the Quran. Yes, brother. Where are they? Aren't you Muslim giving us headache about Quran preserved, Quran preserved, Quran preserved? Okay, where it is? They will say to you, it's abrogated by recitation. What do you mean? What is this? Is that a new art? Why Allah want you to forget the recitation if you have to practice the recitation? How you can practice the law, yet Allah, He delete the law? Have you ever heard of a king? He make a law, and then he said to them, you have to practice the law, okay? You say, okay, sir. And then he say, okay, give me the law. Okay, we give it to you. From now on, nobody recite this law. Okay, so how we can practice it? This is what they say to you. They say this is abrogated by recitation. Why is that? Simply, the goat ate it. Who can recite for us the verses of a breastfeeding for adult? Anyone? Who can recite for us the verses which is eaten by the goat, which about adultery, breastfeeding for adult? I call it the yummy yummy verse. Anyone? Who knows the verse? And look, not only that, the hadith says that the verses of 10 time adult breastfeeding, it's 10 time, which means the Muslim he have to do breastfeeding, Muslim women, she have to do 10 time breastfeeding for adult, not only once. And that's for what purpose? Just for the purpose so she can sit with a strange man. Imagine. If I go in the airport now in Saudi Arabia and there's a woman, she work there in the police, she have to give me her breast, and then I can talk to her. And you have to do it 10 times in 10 different days until you are satisfied. Not only like done. No, you have to suckle until you cannot take it no more. And then you come the second day, and you do the same, and then the third day, and then the fourth day, and then the fifth day, until it is 10 times, and then you can sit with the women and have coffee. Now the hadith here says that the verse of 10 time breastfeeding was abrogated by what? Look. These verses were abrogated in recitation, but not ruling. And then other hadith established the number of fourth stage. What fourth stage? This is a guy, this is a man, or to be five. Okay, where we can so we have now another standard of corruption. Not only Quran is not the only book which Muslims they have to obey, they have other book, it's called hadith. And if we ask them about the hadith, they say this hadith is da'if, this hadith is weak, this hadith is rejected, as they wish. So where is the preservation of Islam? As long as Islam is not based on the Quran. So look what we discover in one story, that the Quran is not preserved. Even a goat, she did eat the Quran, and Allah could not stop the goat. And a hadith written by somebody came 300-400 years after Muhammad can destroy the Quran and can abrogate the Quran. So how we can accept this religion? All right. So where is Islam? There's no Islam. That's it, it's gone. Now we are not done. Are we done? No, we are not. But let us remember things one by one. The first thing, when a Muslim he speak to us about the Bible corruption, don't defend the Bible. He's not talking about your book. Are we clear? Are we clear, people? A Muslim, when he talk about the Bible, he is talking about his book, because Muslim they claim that Allah is the one who sent the Bible. So why you want to defend such a thing? The guy is accusing his God that his book is corrupted. What's your business? Say to him, I agree with you, the book of Allah is corrupted. You will see in a second the Muslim Abdul, his face turn upside down. He will say to you, no, I'm not talking about the book of Allah. No, you are talking about the book of Allah. Is it this is the book which is sent by Allah? He say yes. Okay, so you are saying to me the book of Allah is corrupted. What's my business? The debate is over. The debate is over. And look at the corruption of the translation. Islam have suffered from many corruption. Look what I'm reading right now. He has revealed into thee the scriptures which the truth confirming which was revealed before it. Who is the Muslim who speak Arabic can show me where it says was revealed before it in Arabic? Who want to show me that? You see how they lie to you? It says in Arabic, نزل عليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه. What لما بين يديه mean? To what is between his hands. Look how the translation took off. Very important sentence. It says to what is between his hands, and the word hands in the translation is totally disappeared. Anyone see the word hands here? What happened to it? It says between his hands. It doesn't say confirming what was revealed before it. Let us change the translation. This is just to show you another standard of fabrication, which is Islamic translation. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He has revealed this book to you, sitting for the truth, confirming the earlier books. Okay, hold on. This translator is little bit more honest than the previous translation. But look what happened now. The Quran confirm our Bible. But this is not enough, because the verse doesn't say that. The verse says confirming what is between his hands, which is the Torah and the gospel, as we see. So why they are insisting to take that sentence off? Let us continue. Change the translator. Different Muslim translator. Confirming what came before it. Like, what happened here? They insist to say what came before it, because we have to take it off. Let us see this guy, the Dudi, Badadadi, confirming that what sent before it. It doesn't say that. Not a single Muslim translation is honest. That is one of the biggest problems of Islam, dishonesty. Revealed to Muhammad the scriptures confirming that which was revealed before. Where is in that? You know what? I will do something. I will do a trick. Can I do a trick? Who like me to do a trick? just to show you how they lie. Let us do this. I am going to ask Mr. Prophet Google, peace upon him, to translate for us the verse automatically. So now we will have two translation, one done by the Muslims, Abdul, and one done by Prophet Google. Let us see which one of them is more honest. What do you think? Here we go. This is the same page, the same translator. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to say click Google translation. Let us do here in front of you. Let us see if the word between his hands will appear or not. Translate to English. Look at this. Look at this. Look like Google translation is 1 billion times more honest than any Muslim translation. You believe it? Does it say here between his hands? Look, it says what was in his hands. This is Google translation. Hand of who? Muhammad. So Muhammad, he should have the Torah, the correct Torah at that time. He should have the correct gospel at that time. So how the Torah and the gospel is corrupted? Not only that, do you know that Muhammad, he did recite, and he said, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. Who are they, those? Let us see what Muhammad is talking about. This is Muhammad asking the Jews to bring the Torah. He put his hand on the Torah. Read carefully. He said to them, bring the Torah for me. It was then brought, and he then would draw the cushion from beneath him. And look how hypocrite he is. He placed the Torah on it, saying, look how much respect he is showing to the Torah. At that moment, Muhammad is still not strong. So he's being hypocrite to the Jews. I believed in thee and in him who revealed thee. Was the Torah corrupt at that time? If the answer yes, then Muhammad is a hypocrite liar. Because anyone who swears by a corrupt book, he must be corrupt. Do we agree, guys? Do we agree? If the Torah at that time was corrupt and Muhammad is swearing by the corrupt Torah, that means Muhammad is a corrupt man. Only false people agree and say, I believe in false thing. If this book is false, how you say I believe in you? How you say that? Unless he is a hypocrite and he's a fraud. If you ask me to take an oath on the Quran, I will never do that unless I'm a liar. I reject the Quran. I don't accept the Quran, so I'm going to say I swear by the Quran. All the evidence saying that Muslims, they have their own agenda. So when they debate us about the Bible, they are not debating us. They are just arguing. They have no logic. Their logic is stupid. And the second they debate us about the Bible, they are debating Allah, for he is the one who corrupted his book supposedly. And not only that, there is tons of verses saying in the Quran, even with all their fabricated translation, that the Bible is preserved. As an example, read this verse with me. Look at this translation. It says, and when the Quran come to them, to the Jews, from Allah, confirming what is with them. Do you see it? Guys, do you see it? What is? Even this is in their false translation, which I don't accept. So even in their false translation, in their false book, it says that their prophet and their book confirming what is, not was. So why Muslims don't respect their book? And what is behind this agenda that Allah he sent books but he did not preserve his book? What is the plan of Allah? You see, let me tell you the plan of Allah according to the logic of Islam. What the Christians believe today, that Jesus was crucified. What Islam says, Jesus was not. But what do you have to do with Jesus anyway? Nothing. What you Muslims have to do with Jesus? First of all, we cannot even find the correct information, a single correct information about Jesus, except that his mother, she was a virgin and her name is Maryam. That's it. The rest is false. In the Quran, they have a guy, his name is Isa. Who is Isa? What Isa mean? They do not know. What Al-Masih know mean? They don't know. What Moses mean? They don't know. What Abraham mean? They do not know. What Israel mean? They do not know, because all those names and stories are stolen from others. Muhammad had nothing to do with it. So look what happened. If you go in the Quran, you will find Muhammad the corrupt prophet. You see, when they say the Bible is corrupted, that is the Quran, my friend. The corrupted Bible is the Quran, and we can prove it in 2 seconds. إذ قالت امرأة عمران, when the wife of Imran said, who is Imran? According to Muhammad and the Quran, Imran is the father of Mary. Like what? Like what? What? The foolish Muhammad, he thought that Imran or Imran is the same father of Maryam, the sister of Moses and Aaron. So this is why he is giving Jesus a grandfather. His name is Imran. So Muhammad, he could not even copy the name correctly from the Bible about the father of Moses, which is Umram, not Umran. Imram. Wrong pronunciation, wrong name. I mean, have you ever heard of a God? He cannot even pronounce a Hebrew word. Umram. How the word Imran became Umran? This is number one mistake. Number two, what Imran or Imran in the Quran have to do with Jesus? Anyone can tell me? How this guy became the father of Mary? Anybody can tell me? How this guy became the father of Mary and Moses? I will tell you. Muhammad, he heard from the Jews that Moses have a sister. Her name is Maryam. It's a woman of Imran, that wife. that's a comedy. Yeah. So if Imran is the father of Mary, and for sure this is very stupid. You can go to the Bible right now. Just type in Google, Prophet Google, who is the father of Mary, the mother of Jesus. You will find the name is not even close. So what happened here? Muhammad is confused between the father of Moses, Imran, and Mary or Maryam, the sister of Moses. You see what happened? Maryam is the exact name as it is in the Bible for the sister of Moses. You believe it? So we have a book, the Muslim, they claim it's preserved, and this preserved book making it clear that Maryam, she is the daughter or the daughter of Imran, and that will make Isa the grandson of Imran, and Imran is the father of Moses. How that can be? And look here at the stupidity. Mary, she is from different tribe, have nothing to do with the tribe of Moses. Moses is from the house of Levi. What does have to do with Mary? That is Muhammad, my friend. That is Muhammad. A person who claimed to be a prophet of God, he cannot quote a name correctly. He think that Imran, the father of Moses, is the same man who is the father of Maryam. How that can be? So this is why usually I do not debate Muslims about the corruption of the Quran, because what the point? The Quran today is a joke. I will go with the Quran, what you have today, and you believe it's not corrupted. And additional to that, I mean, what the point of proving that the corrupt is corrupt? Can you corrupt the corrupted twice? You cannot. Quran is corrupt from the beginning. We can't even call it corrupt. It's a fabricated book. So we cannot say the Quran is corrupted because it's fabricated from the beginning. Do we have any Muslim want to say something? And this is why you see Muhammad in different phrase in the Quran. He says that Mary, she is the sister of Aaron. You believe it? He said that literally, and then the Muslim, they say, oh, the prophet, he correct that, he explained it. He says, well, he meant that in the old days, brother, they used to call them by their great ancestor, but Moses is not from their ancestor. Secondly, the verse making it so clear by misquoting the name of the father. Let us say, for the sake of argument, okay, he says, oh, sister of Aaron, and it does not mean sister of Aaron literally. How the father of Mary, his name became Imran, and it is the same father of Aaron and Moses. Do you know what I mean? How this happened? Yes, the word Quran. Yeah, guys, this Muslim, he's saying, are you saying the prophet, he cannot pronounce the word correctly? Yes, he could not. There's tons of them, and the proof in front of you. Who is Imran? Okay, show me. You see why the Jews, they will change the name of the father of Moses from Imran to Imran? Give me, you tell me why. Give me a reason. Do they knew that Muhammad will come after 1,000 of years and he will make the name look funny? Give me a name. Why those people who they are devoted Jews, they will accept to change the name of the father of Moses, and why the Christians will accept to change the name of the father of Mary? I mean, what that have to do with anything? What kind of a prophet, he cannot quote the story of Jesus correctly? How Imran became the father of Mary? Somebody tell me. Let us say you are educated, I am not. I want to learn from you. How the father of Mary in the Bible, his name became Imran in the Quran? Anyone knows? Why does Abraham written as Ibrahim in the Christian Bible? What do you mean the Christian Bible, Ibrahim? Secondly, even your God, he say Abraham. You are an ignorant, my friend. You see in the Quran the word Ibrahim written in two ways, either Ibrahim or Abraham. The most published copy is Ibrahim, not Abraham. The Muslim, they change it, but you can go right now and search. You yourself as a Muslim, search, is it true that the Quran mentioned the word Ibrahim and Abraham? So if you are saying why it's Ibrahim, why Abraham, he will go, it's in your Quran. Because Muhammad was not sure from the correct name. So you just shot yourself in the foot. Any Muslim? Who is a Muslim would like to give us a call? And you know, if I wanna, let's say, I wanna follow a religion, and somebody told me, okay, come and join Islam. Okay, I'm going to join Islam, and look at the logic of this religion. If you bend over 5 times a day, Allah will give you women. Each one of them, her butt is 1 mile. I'm really convinced. I'm really convinced. Have you ever heard of a prophet promising me that I will have a wife, her butt is 1 mile? What I will do with such a butt? Have you ever heard of a prophet? He will promise me I will have sex and I will have orgasm of 70 years. This is religion. This is God. 70 years orgasm. Have you ever heard of a God? He promised you that you will see women in heaven, and those women he described what happened inside their private part. This is God talking. Who is a Muslim agree with this? Is that God talking? Look what Allah he says to us about if we believe in him, what he will give us. Read with me carefully. Who is a Muslim agree with that? This is the true religion. The God he described the skin inside the woman private part. Do you have more details, Allah? What exactly else we will find inside? And those women, no man, no genie have boom boom with them. What do you mean, genie? You Muslim believe that genies sleep with women, right? Have you, I want you to believe in this God, brother. Allah is the true God, and the proof is the following. Allah, he promised us women with big breast. What? This is God? And then you see the dad saying, do you see the book of the Song of Song? The book of Song, first of all, is not God talking. It's a king making point. Secondly, he was not talking even about women. Here, this is God. And since the Muslim, they heard the dad saying that the Song of Songs is about Muhammad, nobody make fun of the Song of Song no more. Suddenly, the Song of Song became holy. Muhammadim Madamadim. Didat was making fun of the Song of Song for the first 20 years of his life, since he started debating Christians. After somebody told him, do you know that Muhammadim in the Song of Songs? Suddenly the Song of Song became about the Prophet Muhammad. You see the hypocrisy? Allah will give me fully breasted women. I was worried about that. What is the size, brother? Husni is saying, guys, Husni is saying Imran, the father of Maryam, is not the same person as the father of Moses. Prove it. And okay, hold on. So now you agreed. Look what this Muslim he did by giving us this answer. Read carefully, just to show you how Muslim they help us to expose Islam. Christian Prince, Imran, father of Mary, is not the same person as Imran, the father of Moses. So what he just said, he agreed that the father of Mary and the father of Imran in Islam, of Moses in Islam, both their name is Imran. Did he agree? Did he agree? Okay. Now look what you did. What is the chapter name? The chapter is Al Imran. This chapter is speaking about me. Who? Speaking about Moses and Mary. This is why it's called the chapter of Al Imran. You see, it says the family of Imran, not only about a person, not only about Mary. So you just proved to me that Islam is false. You agreed that according to Islam, Muhammad taught you that Imran is the name of the father of Mary, and Imran is the name of the father of Moses. And now your claim is they are different names, different persons. But that will not solve the problem yet, because the Quran says that Mary, she is the sister of Aaron, and the Quran says that all of them, they are family. Who is a Muslim want to try something better? Anyone? Anyone want to try something better? Look at this chapter. Ali Imran. Who is a Muslim would like to call us? Just to show you how Muslims, they are hopeless. Allah chose Adam, Nuh, and Noah, and the family of Imran from all mankind. Anyone understand what this verse is saying? Anyone see what the problem? Which family is it chosen to be from all mankind? The rest are names, correct? Individuals. Adam is individual, Noah is individual, and here it says the family of Ibrahim and the family of Imran. Okay, Moses from which family? The guy who said to me that Imran, the father of Mary, is not the same Imran, the father of Moses. Which Imran we are talking about? Any Muslim? You want to guess? What the problem? There is a big problem. First of all, the father of Mary, his name is not Imran. That is a big problem. That is a clear error in the Quran of history. Number two, it's very clear he changed the name because he do not know the name. Why Muhammad he will say Imran if Imran is not really the father of Mary? You tell me, unless he thought so. Why the Christian they will change the name of the father of Mary? What does have to do with Muhammad? This is a book written 600 years before Muhammad. But because Muhammad, he thought that Maryam, the sister of Aaron, and this is true in the Old Testament, the Bible says that Moses and Aaron, they have a sister, her name is Maryam, exactly the same as the mother of Jesus in the Quran. So Muhammad here, he proved that he is a fabricator by adopting the same name of the father of Imran, not by choice, but because he thought this is the same Mary, the Maryam, the sister of Aaron. Otherwise, you tell me why Muhammad he got the name wrong. Right? The Bible does not mention the name of Mary father. Who said that to you? Call me and I will make you read the verses by your own eyes, and people will laugh at you. What do you think? Now we have more important stuff from this. We are just showing you just a little bit of why Islam is a silly when you speak about Quran is the book of a truth. As an example, Umar ibn al-Khattab. Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said that the Quran is written, or let's say the letters of the Quran is 1,025,000 letter. How many? 1,000. Who is a Muslim listening here? Who is a Muslim is willing to give us a call and explain to us how this has happened? The Quran is more than 1,025,000 letter. What is the number of the letters of the Quran today? Who is a Muslim can give me the answer? Anyone? So what is left of the Quran? This is more than 70 to 80% of the Quran is gone. It disappears. Where it goes? One of the hadith of Aisha, let me find it. She said that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah. If we go right now and see the chapter of Al-Ahzab, how many verses the chapter of Al-Ahzab? Read carefully. 73. Let us go to Al-Baqarah. Look how big. This is the biggest chapter in the Quran. 286. 286. If we calculate 286 minus 73, 213 verses missing only in one chapter of the Quran, according to the wife of the Prophet Aisha. Who wanna call me and I will make him read the hadith right in front of us to everybody? Anyone? Who is a Muslim is willing to read it? Anyone? Where is the Muslims? My Skype is open. Let me show you. This is an Islamic website discussing this issue. The website is in Arabic. This is Islam and Jawab, and the guy is asking fatwa number 197942. كانت سورة الأحزاب تعدل سورة البقرة ثم نسخ أكثرها. What does that mean? I will click Google Translation, peace upon him. I mean, what we can do? Google Translation is the best. Read carefully. The Ahzab was equal to Al-Baqarah, and then the rest is gone, or they say nasukhat, which means like abrogated, is gone. But where is gone? What happened? What happened? The Musnad Ahmad, there is a hadith in Musnad Ahmad that 200 verses of Surah Al-Ahzab have been deleted. Is that true? Who is a Muslim want to say is this true or not? Who is a Muslim want to explain to us what's going on? One chapter in the Quran is missing 200 verses, not one, not two, not three, not four, 200 verses. Just one chapter. And this is your website. Anyone have something to say? Anyone have something to say? Where is the protected Quran? Why Muslims you say something to us, in front of Christians, but in front of each other you say different story? Why Muslims they don't say, I want to call you and I want to show you that the Quran changed? Why you don't say to us what you say to each other? This is what you say to each other. Here it says, how many verses you count the chapter of Al-Ahzab? He said 73. He said, well, as I know, it's equal to the cow. It's equal to the chapter of the cow. And this is the hadith number in front of you, Musnad Ahmad. And this is Google's stupid translation. And not only that, they say that this is a Sahih hadith, the same clear as the sun. This is Sahih attribution, clear like the sun. Do you see it, guys? Do you see what it says? Because the Muslim, they will say to you, this is weak, this is daif, this is shish kebab, this is hummus. Not only the scholar saying this is sahih, he is saying it is sahih, clear like the sun. So one hadith proved to us Islam, all of it is gone. The other hadith proved to us that goat ate the Quran. The other hadith proved to us that Islam, there's nothing left. What is left? Because you know what they will say to you. They will say, oh, this is weak. Anything we say to the Muslims, it's embarrassing. They say it is weak. Anyone? And here we have to mention another story proving the false prophecy of Muhammad. Look at this. Two Muslims. Once I was debating a Muslim, and the Sheikh, he says to me, we memorize the Quran. I said, do you memorize the Quran better than your prophet? He says, no way. I said, why no way? He said, because he's a prophet. I said, no, this is not because the prophet. Because the Quran said, سَنُقْرِئُكَ فَلَا تَنْسَى. What does that mean? Let us see in the Quran. Chapter 87, verse number 6. It says, Allah, He promised Muhammad that we shall make you recite the Quran and you will not forget it. Guys, does it say that? Does the verse says that? Again, chapter 87, verse number 6, and this is the Muslim translation, not my translation. All right. So if we find that Muhammad forgetting Quran, that's mean Muhammad is a liar. Is that correct? Is that you see how easy it is? If we have evidence that Muhammad himself forgetting the Quran, that's mean the promise of Allah is a shish kebab, hummus, falafel promise. If God, He says to me, I will give you Quran and you will never forget it, that's it. Nobody can make me forget the Quran, correct? That's God. That's God. He said being is going to be. That's what the Muslims they say. Okay. So this is what the Quran is saying. And look what here we see. The hadith saying, and this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Allah apostle heard a man reciting the Quran at night and said, may Allah bestow His mercy on him as He has reminded me of such and such verses and such surahs I was caused to forget. Do you see it, guys? But the Quran says, I will give you Quran and you will never forget it. Muhammad not only he admit he forgot verses, he forgot chapters. Noor Khan, what's wrong with you, Noor? Are you okay, Noor? Okay, why you don't call me? Noor, take it easy. It look like you have a diarrhea, my friend. No problem, we have a solution for it. Why you don't call me? Noor is getting upset. He's flooding the text. Call me. Be the man. Who is the guy who is saying why the Muslim they call me names but nobody wanna? Okay, here we go. Call me and answer me. I have in front of you, this is your prophet and this is his wife Aisha, the beautiful wife, the child, saying that Muhammad he forgot Quran, and not only he forgot verses, he forgot chapters. What do you think? And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Husni is a Shia. The Shia, he's a Shia. He said the following: we Shia believe the Quran is corrupted, but that will not change anything. And I will tell you why you believe the Quran is corrupted. Because you Muslims, you have agenda. When saying the Quran corrupted will help your agenda, you say that. If that will not help you, you will not say it. You are not believers. You Muslims are not believers. You are agenda people. You have political agenda. When you want, you corrupt the Quran. When you want, you say the Quran is not corrupted. As simple as that. The Shia believe that the correct Quran is taken by Al-Mahdi when he disappeared in the cave. Which cave? Nobody knows. And he took it from Fatima. The only one who have the correct Quran is Fatima. The Muslim Sunni Quran is not correct. This is what the Shia believe. But I don't care what Shia says. I don't care what Sunni says. I care that the Quran is a stupid book. Obviously, Allah says to Muhammad, I will make you read the Quran and you will never forget. And Muhammad forget the Quran, as you see in front of you. The rest is not important for me. Okay, let us see. We have a Muslim supposedly. Let us hope that he is a mature person, not a kid. Answer, my friend. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Dean, you are live on air. What do you like to say to us, my friend?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I was just watching, and you know, it's impressive how much you know about Islam. But I was curious, the title was the Quran or the Bible, where is the truth? The title of the stream, I want to know where, how do you know the Bible is the truth?
Well, this is a question maybe you should ask yourself first. I mean, how you know the Quran is the truth? You are a Muslim, right?
Questioning Muslim. Not
okay. Well, my friend, when I say the truth, first of all, do you believe that God, he is a good God or he's a bad God?
He's good.
Okay. So the good God, is he going to teach you to do bad?
No.
Okay. Does the Quran teach you that you can rent a woman? It's called temporary marriage.
Muta?
Yeah, the muta.
It does.
Okay. So how God is the good God? When we say the good God, this means he teach me good ethic, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think, with my respect to you and your family, I'm not saying something to insult you, please forgive me. I don't mean that. Do you believe that if your sister, with my respect to your sister, again, let us say this is my sister, not your sister, so you not be offended. Let us say I'm a Muslim, and my sister, she came to me and said she want to rent herself to do muta. What I will say to her? She will say to me, this is what Allah said.
Now, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Why is that?
If it's consensual, if they both agree,
yeah,
and there's payment, and they agree on what's going to be paid, and they go and do it, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Okay, but isn't it so? You don't have a problem if your sister came to you and says there's a guy, he offered me $10 to sleep with me for 2 hours. As long both of them they agree, it's fine for you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but isn't it this is what prostitution is about?
Yes.
So you don't have your problem that God teaching me to do prostitution?
No, no problem.
Why is that? What is your logic?
My logic is that if that's what she wants to do, and if it's not rape, or it's not forced on her, if it's consensual and there's a agreement and she wants to do it, then
yeah, but
fine.
okay. So why Muhammad, he says if somebody commit adultery, beat him? What is the difference between adultery at least adultery, let us say a man and a woman, they see each other, maybe they love each other and they have sex, they commit that sin. So why, if you and a woman, she agree with payment, it's okay, but the women who don't take off her panty for money, she will be punished? What a difference. Both of them are not married.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay. Let me I'm not going to choose for you bad points about Islam, but obviously this is not an ethical, because if we spread prostitution, then even married men, they will practice that. So why we get married? If I'm going to sleep around with women additional to my wife, any woman she offer herself, I go in the elevator, a woman she says take me for $5, I do it. Okay, so what kind of society we will have? Right?
You're right, yeah.
Okay, now if I am a person who is going to believe in Allah, and what Allah is expecting from me and what I am expecting from Allah, can you help me in that? What Allah expect from you to do, and what you expect Allah to do for you?
Allah expects you to pray, you know, and to follow His orders.
To pray to whom?
And you pray to Allah.
Okay, did the Prophet order you to pray for Muhammad?
I mean, you're not praying to Muhammad. He's part of the prayer, but he's not. You are
praying for Muhammad, but not to him. I understand, correct?
Right.
Okay. So why you need to pray for Muhammad?
Because he's the one who sent the message.
Okay. But isn't it? Do Muhammad need your prayer? Did Allah bless Muhammad already? Is Muhammad going to heaven?
No, you're not praying. I don't know what you mean for Muhammad or to Muhammad. I don't know where all this is. At the end of the day, it's praying to Allah.
Okay. You speak Arabic, right?
The not classical, the slang Arabic.
Okay, I will read and you help me if you don't understand. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Allah and the angels are praying on Muhammad. Allah, He prayed to Muhammad, but He on Muhammad, actually He prayed on Muhammad.
Now,
but Allah, He prayed for who or to who?
Sallu ala. When you say sallu ala, it's not really. That's not prayer in the sense of, you know.
What is this?
إقام الصلاة. أن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا. Yeah, يصلون على. That's the importance. When you say يصلون على, it's more blessings on. Not
okay, but hold on.
Actual.
Hold on. If this is a blessing, why we are using the word yusalli? You speak Arabic. The word yusalli is salat. The word the blessing is barakah. I mean, Arabic language is very rich. It's very easy to choose words. So when I say salah is salah. When I say barakah is barakah.
And when you say yusalluna ala, it can also.
Okay, I will go with you. So according to your what you said, that Allah and the angels are doing a blessing on Muhammad.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go with you. So if Allah already blessed Muhammad, what the angels can do more? Where is the blessing coming from? Is the blessing coming from the angels, from me, from you, or from God?
The blessings, I mean, at the end of the day, if Allah wants the blessings, they'll happen.
That's it. So if Allah blessed Muhammad already, why I need the angels and the believers to bless me? Allah, He blessed me, I'm blessed. That's it. The rest, they are just numbers. They mean nothing.
Maybe it's a message that the angels also.
Okay, let me make it more simple for you, my friend. Now, let us make a circle here. I will make a circle, and this is Muhammad in the middle. All right, we will put Muhammad in the middle, and now we have Allah. This is Muhammad here. Now Allah is sending a blessing. All right. So let us say here we will type the word Allah. We will make it letter A, actually A. This is Allah. All right. And this is the angel. We will make it A2. And this is the Muslims. We will use the letter M. Perfect. So who is left? The whole universe now is busy doing one thing. Muhammad became the center of the universe, and Allah, the God, supposedly, he have nothing to do except sending a blessing and stop, because in Arabic it says yusallun. It is a continuous verb. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Allah praying or blessing, as you say, and then the angels sending blessing too, as you said, and the Muslims sending blessing, as you said. The whole universe is busy just doing one thing, praying to that dot. So what Muhammad did, he reversed the God from him being the prophet for being the God. So now Allah is exist to do one thing. He is praying for Muhammad. Angels are exist for one thing, praying for Muhammad. Human mankind, they are exist for one thing, to pray for Muhammad. So who is this man Muhammad?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Now, yeah, it seems like, now what is, okay, so obviously I don't, there's some confusion. What, do you know what the tafsir says for this, or?
My friend, doesn't matter. It says, as you said, you know, Allah, he pray on the prophet, and etc., and he sent his contribution for him, and he glorify him, you know, etc. But this is very silly, because it should be the opposite. It should be the prophet and the angels and the believers praying to Allah, not Allah and the angels and the believers praying to Muhammad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, I will show you one more thing.
Okay.
But it has a connection with this, what we showed you now. If you have a fight and you have two wives, who's going to help you in the fight? How many people you need to take your side?
If you have a fight with,
let's say you are married, you are married to two women. You know, do you need an army? Do you need who's going to help you?
I don't know.
This is between you and your wives. This is something personal. You do not need anyone, right? Aren't you man enough? Correct?
I'm not married, no.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, isn't it the man is enough to? Isn't it the Quran chapter 4 verse 34? It says, "Al-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala nisa." The men are in charge of the women. So
yes.
If a man have a fight with his wife, he is the one should deal with it, right? Not somebody else, correct?
Yeah.
Read with me this. Muhammad. Let us choose different translation just to make it more simple, because this guy, he add too much spice. Here we go. Muhammad, he have a fight with two of his wives, Hafsa and Hafsa and Zainab, I think. So the Quran making a story about it, that if those two women, they don't repent, who is going to take the side of the prophet? Because two of them, they are against the prophet. Look how many. If you don't turn into repentance to him who? Allah. Your heart are indeed inclined, which means you became a kafir. Look who is going to take the side of Muhammad in this fight with two women. And if you back up each other against him who? Muhammad, truly Allah is his protector. Okay, is that enough? No. And Jibreel, what Jibreel have to do with this? What Allah have to do with this? I mean, the guy, he have a fight with his two wives. Why Allah is, this guy is talking like, is if the Roman, they are sending him a letter, says we will have a war with him, I say I understand. This guy is going to face an army, he need God to help him. Muhammad is fighting with two women, they are 5 foot tall. Truly Allah is his protector, and Jibreel and every righteous one among the believer. And furthermore, all the angels. Do you see what happened here?
Yeah, I see. What's the verse number of this?
This is a chapter 66, verse number 4. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I see. Okay.
So what happened here, my friend? Listen with me carefully. The same as what happened before. We have Muhammad. We will make another circle. And we have Muhammad in the middle. Muhammad now needs protection from two women. So who is involved with this fight? Muhammad, he got the following names. Jibreel, we will call him J. And Allah, we will call him A. And Muslims, we will call them M. And all the angels in the world. Who's left?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah,
this guy, he became the center of the universe. Look like this universe have nothing to do with except Muhammad and his two wives.
Yeah,
God,
okay.
who created the universe, he have nothing to do except supporting Muhammad in his fight with his two women. Not only that, and Jibreel, he will come in a special mission. He will take side with Jibreel. I'm with you. You know, Jibreel, please protect me from those two women. Jibreel have 600 wings. Extremely huge angel according to Muhammad, to the point he covered the horizon. Is that enough? No. And every single believer, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Mujahideen from everywhere, Pakistan, Indonesia, you name it. And not enough. And furthermore, all the angels. All of this to support a guy in his fight with two women.
Yeah. Maybe maybe he's Allah's trying to, he's sending a message.
Our friend, the messages are no problem. He can say to them, obviously, you see, look, Muhammad, what he's doing. Muhammad is here taking advantage of God. Anytime he needs something, he used God's name to control them. He could not control them no more, so he told them Allah is against you. But look what he did by making it the way he did it. He make it too much exaggeration. It's obvious it is a lie. Because he can say, Allah said you have to repent, and that's it. Right? We do not need the rest. And if you go against him, Allah is his supporter, Jibreel is his supporter, the believer is his supporters, and the angels are going to be in his back. What is this about? Are we going to, is that the end of the time? Is that a judgment day where two armies are huge, are going to destroy? It's two women.
Yeah. So what's your point? I don't. So
my friend, my point is that Muhammad, he is the center of Islam, and the rest is just character, like in the stage. You know, you put decoration.
Well, he's obviously very important.
No, not obviously he's important. He is God. He is the God. Everything serve him. God, he serve him. Allah, he serve him. Jibreel serve him. The believer serve him. Everything exists is for him.
But not everything in the Quran is benefits the Prophet.
What do you mean? Did Muhammad, he make verses saying any Muslim woman, she can give herself to the Prophet so he can do boom boom with her?
I don't. That's in the Quran or the Hadith?
Yeah, this is in the Quran. Chapter 33, verse number 50. Any woman she offer herself to the Prophet, and this is only a privilege to thee. Why Allah will make a special privilege for boom boom privilege? Muhammad already have 13 wives, thousands of sex slaves. Why he need to say that Allah said to me, it is lawful for you the following women? Look how many counting he is. I mean, this, you get dizzy. Oh Prophet, we made lawful for you the wives. Well, thank you for telling me. I'm sleeping with them since the last century. I mean, this is silly actually to say to me that. Imagine I'm sleeping with those women since the last century, and now you say to me, I made it lawful for you your wives, or they are already his wives. What are you talking about? Don't you think it's too late? And whom has paid their door, and who your right hand possess, which means the slaves you own. Anyone you slave you own, you can jump on her. And the prisoner of war, and whom Allah assigned to thee. It's Allah assigned to you. This is a sign of Allah to take off their panty. And the daughter of your uncle, and the daughter of the partner uncle, and the daughter of your auntie, and the daughter of and the daughter of the daughter, and any believing woman she offer herself to the Prophet. And look what they say in Arabic, in English here. And any believing woman who dictate her soul. Her soul? I thought people dictate their soul to God.
Wait, where does it say?
Which one for you?
Where's the sword? What?
It says there in English.
Oh, okay, okay, now. Dedicates her soul to the Prophet. The Prophet wishes to guide her. This is only for reading, not for the believers.
It's a privilege only. This is always a privilege only to Muhammad. So do you see how he used God so he can make his own privilege, and most of them they are about sex and money? What does have to do with God, my friend? What do you think? What does have to do with God? Why God is saying any woman she can give herself to the Prophet? I mean, you told me that it's okay for you to do muta. Okay. Now, what this is about? A woman, she is giving herself as a gift to a man to sleep with him, and this is not for everybody. That's just Muhammad. Why Allah is so much concerned about the happiness of the private part of Muhammad?
Well, he's the messenger.
So if I'm a messenger, that involve my private part? So now if I am a messenger, I just say I'm Muhammad now, and there's like 1 million women watching me. I say, hey women, send me a message. Who want to sleep with me? Who want to give herself to me? My name is Muhammad. Is that what you're saying? So because I'm a messenger, I can sleep with all those women? What does that mean? What does that have to do with God? Is Muhammad a servant of God, or is he a servant? He's a private part.
Servant of God.
Okay, so what does have to do with him? Why Allah? Do you know what we say when you say Allah is God? What does that mean? Imagine all those galaxies. You know how huge, massive the universe is. So imagine we are not even a dust, and the God who created all of this, he is writing a verse about women taking off her panty to Muhammad. Don't you find that this is something very fishy?
I do, yeah, but in the same way, I find it like if you talk about the Bible and you start talking about how God cares that we, mix fabrics, or we care like these little things. It's the same thing with all any of the books you're talking about. The Bible has stuff like that.
No. The Bible does not have a stuff like that. Let me explain to you what you're talking about.
Don't eat whatever. Don't eat.
This is the law of surviving. This is not the law which is God gave to Moses. God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, and then Moses, he is the leader of his nation. So in order to survive, he gave them orders to follow. He's a king and he is a prophet in the same time. So don't get close to the camp if you want to do poo-poo. But this has nothing to do with God. This is about hygiene and how to preserve yourself. Because you do. I think I lost him. So when Moses he gave those command, it was to preserve his nation from being sick and ill and etc. But this is not God that's talking about those things. So here we have a prophet who is subjugate. And okay, why Moses did not make a verse says any woman she want to give herself to Moses? Here we go. Moses is a prophet.
Well,
Why Isa did not do the same? Why Abraham did not make the same? Why any of them did not make the same as Muhammad? Why Muhammad is unique when it's come to sex and money?
I mean, maybe they did. We just don't have their words.
No, show me where. Neither in the Bible, neither in the Quran it says that. The only story in the Quran showing it's about David, and David in the Bible is condemned by God. David in the Bible accused David to be a criminal. His hand is full of blood. While in the Quran, you know, the story is there is amazing. So why this man is subjugating God for his benefit?
Yeah, see, yeah, I see what you're saying. But there's, you know, it's maybe, I mean, it's in there for a reason. You know, it's and it obviously a lot of people believe. So that's.
All right.
I just have to read. I have to read into it more. I gotta wake up, see what I gotta. You know.
In chapter 36, verse number 21, it says, "Obey those who ask no reward for themselves." Do you see it?
I follow those who do not ask of you payment in their yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Okay, so we should not follow Muhammad then. Tons of verses in the Quran about money. Muhammad, he take the best of the booty. Safiyul Maghnam. Muhammad, he take the fifth of the booty, the best of the women. Muhammad, he made himself above all mankind. Any woman she can offer herself. Muhammad, he can marry a woman without even paying her, which means without even marriage. He just take her to bed. So the Quran itself contradicting the Quran. The Quran says, and by the way, those verses is about the disciple of Jesus. This is a chapter 36, verse number 21. 3 messengers were sent by Isa, supposedly the Messiah, and one of them is Paul, and the second is John, and the third is Peter. So those three, they said to those who they are speaking to them, obey those who ask no reward of you for themselves. So this is the guideline. If somebody is decent, he will not ask for a reward for his own benefit. Do you agree with this logic? This is a good ethic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why Muhammad is not following this ethic?
Word. So what you mean? He never. What would he ask for money?
My friend, the Quran says that the fifth of the booty is for Muhammad. Al khumsu lillahi wa rasulih. You never heard of that before?
Oh no, yeah, I have.
Okay, you haven't, or you have?
I have.
Okay, so the fifth of the booty, and the best of the best of the booty, and verses about any woman she want to give herself to the Prophet. So why Muhammad is not following the guideline? Did you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit.
All right. This is a chapter 8, verse number 41. It says that Allah, he says,
hello?
Allah, he says in chapter 8, verse number 41, and know whatever of your war booty that you may gain, verily 1/5 is assigned to Allah and the Messenger. Right? And this is a theft anyway.
Yeah.
So how we can make two verses work? One saying that follow. Yeah, he have a bad connection. You can tell. Maybe he's in the Middle East or something like that. So obey those who ask no reward for you. Right? And this is what even Paul he was saying. Like they accuse him of lying. He says, if my lies is to glorify God, what lie I am doing, right? I'm not asking for any reward from myself. This is from the Bible, actually. Muhammad is copying it. If we go to the interpretation, we will find that this is about Paul and Peter and John. So ask not or follow not those who ask you for reward. But Muhammad did not follow this verse. Muhammad did the opposite. No, he's an Arab. He's not an Indian. How is an Arab Indian? You're funny. Call me back, my friend. So how this book can be the book of the truth? This is a book of the truth. Not to mention or forget to mention the stupid stories, flying carpet, mistakes in history, amazing mistakes in science. Have you ever heard of a God? You do not know how the hair is created, how the rain is created. Have you ever heard of a God? You don't remember which one he created first, the stars or the trees? One verse says the trees first and the stars next, and the other verse says the stars first and the trees next. Yeah, I think this guy, he will leave Islam soon. Let us call him back.
Hello?
Yeah, yes, my friend. Go ahead. So what do you think, my friend? Do you think Muhammad is a prophet still? I have a bad phone, bad connection. David, one more time you say that, I will go to block you. We are serious. We are not joking around now. Do you hear me, my friend? Mr.
No,
Dean? You have a bad connection. It's okay. Obviously, he is listening and he is learning. They will leave Islam very soon, as the rest of them. So where is Muhammad, and where is the prophecy, and where is the prophet? Okay, and you call him a prophet. Where is the prophecy? Here we go. This is the Quran. Who want to show me a prophecy in the Quran? Who is a Muslim want to show me a prophecy in this book? Who is a brave Muslim? He is willing to call me and say, hey, I'm going to show you a prophecy. Do you remember the chapter? It's called the chapter of the Kafirun, which the Muslims always recite for us. In Arabic, the name of Jesus, there's no Arabic name for Jesus. It is Yeshua, which is the same as Yeshua. This is the Hebrew name. There's no name in Arabic. If you go to a chapter of Al-Kafirun, this chapter alone is enough, and the Muslims always, they mention to us this chapter, Al-Kafirun. They are so excited to say it to us. Look what is this. Oh, you kuffar, I worship not that you worship, but those people, they worship Allah already. Those pagans, they worship Allah. So what do you mean you don't worship what I worship? Number one, stupid mistake. Nor I worship, you worship what I worship, but they worship Allah and he worship Allah. And I will not worship that which you worship. And look here what he said, nor you will worship that which I worship. And you know, anyone knows why this is a disaster? This verse alone? Who knows why this is a disaster? Who remember why? Let us see how many of you is doing his homework. Why this verse is a disaster? Big disaster. Because he said to the pagans, who he is one of them too, you will never worship his God. But all of them later they became Muslims. You see how you say to them, and you will never worship what I worship. If Muhammad is a prophet, he should say, and you in the future you will see, you will worship what I worship. That will make it a prophecy. But Muhammad, he said, and you will worship ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. Muhammad, he got himself busted. What do you mean? Repeat again. Muhammad saying that the Arab, who they are not rejecting Islam, they will not worship what he worship. But later, those who he said that to them, all of them, they became Muslims. So this was a false prophecy from a false prophet. And supposedly the one is talking here is Allah. So there is no way Allah is God, yet he do not know that those people in the future they will become Muslims. Any Muslim? So those Muslims who come to us, let us summarize again what we learned today from the beginning. What we learned today? We learned that when a Muslim he come to you, and he come and he say the Bible is corrupted, don't defend. Don't start quoting verses from the Bible. Yes, Dean.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. So my friend, what do you think about Muhammad? Do you think he's a prophet?
Now he could. I mean, he could still be a prophet. I mean, what you showed me, you know, it's possible that Allah just gave him special rules, which is not.
Okay.
Know,
what make a prophet a prophet?
What makes a prophet a prophet? Prophecies.
But like what? Give me a prophecy. Where we have the Quran in front of us. If there's any prophecy in the Quran to make Muhammad a prophet? Do you see the verses we are showing on the screen? The Kafirun?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. If you go and read the interpretation, you will see that those people who Muhammad he said that verse to them, all of them they became Muslims later. So this is a false prophecy. How he said to them, nor you will worship that which I worship, and later all of them became Muslims.
Nor will you worship, nor not worship that which you have been wont worship, nor will you worship that which. So he's saying you won't worship which I worship, and then maybe they come fake Muslims so they don't get killed.
If I say to you, you will never become a Christian, and then after 2 months, and I claim to be a prophet, and then after 2 months you became a Christian, that's mean I'm a false prophet. Because a prophecy, if you say something, prophesy something, it have to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a false prophecy.
Well, who is he talking to here? No, will you worship that which I worship.
People of Quraysh, is it right? The Arab, but all of them they became Muslims in his time, not after. In his time, during his lifetime. Okay, what the prophecy Muhammad he gave in the Quran?
Maybe they become fake.
Do you
fake
remember
Muslims because
anything?
they didn't want to get killed.
Forget about this one. Do you remember anything Muhammad he said became a prophecy, come to be true in the Quran? I will give you one. I will help you.
Okay.
Have you ever heard a Muslim
Okay.
saying that Muhammad he prophesied that the Roman after they lost they will win?
He said, yeah, he said that the Romans were defeated, or they will be defeated.
Okay, this is a
Or they went-
chapter 30. The Romans have been defeated in the close by land, and after a few years they will defeat. They will be victorious. In Arabic it says بضع سنين. في بضع سنين. The word bada is between 3 to 10. Based on the history, that will be wrong, because it took many years after that, more than 16 to 17 years for the Roman to accomplish. However, the hadith says, and this is what the Muslim they say to us, remember, it's not me. The hadith says that Muhammad he said that verse after the Roman became victorious.
Oh.
So how this is can be a prophecy?
No, this is not a prophecy.
Okay.
The Roman Empire has been defeated in the length of span. Yeah, no, this is
Give me a second, I will show you the hadith.
the last thing.
Because Muslims they keep talking about this verse, they say, brother, this is amazing how the Prophet he knew that. First, the calculation is wrong. Secondly, even the hadith says that we have a problem here. Second. Are you talking from the Middle East?
No, I'm in the US.
Why you have a very bad connection?
I don't know.
All right. Let us see. I'm just trying to find you the hadith. For some reason is not opening with me, but I will get. Just to show you how Muslims they say things, it doesn't make sense and it's not even honest when they say it. Or maybe some of them they say it without knowledge, you know. Many Muslims they speak without knowledge. All right, here we go. We found it finally. Thank God. Sometimes you want something, it doesn't come. All right. Let us put it in the screen. All right. Do you see the screen?
I see your books right now.
All right. What about now?
Nope, I still see your books.
It's okay. We'll take a little bit of time to come to you. It says here that in the day of Badr, the Roman had victory over the Persian. So the believer were pleased with that. Then the following verse was revealed. So the claim that this was a prophecy, Muhammad he said that verse before it was a lie.
Yeah. Okay, I still, can you give me which hadith it is? I want to
Well,
read it.
this is Jami' al-Tirmidhi and it is Sahih.
It's Sahih?
Yeah.
Oh, here. So the believers were pleased with them, the followers were ruled, Alif Lam Mim, the winners have been defeated. On the day of Badr, winners had a victory. Yeah, okay. I see.
So the verse revealed after the Roman was defeated, not before. So what you know, I will tell you a prophecy. I'm a prophet now. Trump, he will win the election in 2016. Yeah, this is what Muhammad is saying. I mean, what is the prophecy here? The guys already, they are victorious. So where's the prophecy?
Then, okay, well, I don't. Where did he say that they? It says the Romans have been defeated.
Yeah, and after the defeat, they will be victorious.
Oh, okay. He said that we were happy with the victory. Okay. Yeah. But I don't really. This one I don't hear is like the big.
Forget about this. Did you hear about the Muslim? They say that there is science in the Quran.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what can you give me? Do you remember anything?
There's the Big Bang and biology.
Choose one. Which one? Give me one, and we will talk about it.
The Big Bang.
Big Bang. What is the Big Bang? Do you know what the Big Bang is?
Yeah, all the matter in the world was in one ball, and then 13 billion years ago it expanded.
Okay. There's explosion, correct?
It was an explosion, yeah.
But you see, the Muslims, they quote for us this verse in the Quran saying this is about the Big Bang. Don't the unbelievers see that the heaven and the earth were joined together? Okay, does it say here, don't they see?
You have to give me what's the verse? What's the verse number?
Chapter 21, verse number 30.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Okay. Don't the unbelievers see? Okay, so he's talking about something they can see, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Did any of us see the Big Bang?
No, but
Yara. Alam yara. Didn't they see? Correct? Didn't they see? أولم يرى الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانتا رتقا ففتقناهما. So didn't you see? So Allah is talking about something he can see, not something happened in the past. You know, I mean, something you can witness for it now. I mean, at least we can see how it is now. So what the Quran is speaking about, that the earth and the heaven, they used to be together, and Allah, he lift up the sky.
I don't think, but I think you're taking it too literally.
No, let us show you that this is what it's meant. You see, I don't say things, you know, I don't know, by now you should know that I don't say things unless this is how it is according to Islam. Okay? Allah, he lift up the sky. You know that?
I mean, I see it. It says, no, it doesn't say وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ.
Yeah, this is a different verse. Chapter 13, verse number 2. It says, Allah is he who raised the heaven without pillars that you can see. Do you see it?
Yeah, who erected the heavens without pillars.
So connect this verse to this verse, you will find that they are saying the same.
Whoa. Should connect it.
Yeah. Don't the believers see that the heaven and the earth, they used together? Okay, what he did? He left up the heaven. He separated them.
He established himself above the throne. He erected the heavens, the Sama. He raised But this is different. I don't see the connection.
The connection is that the earth and the heaven, they used to be connected, correct? In the previous verse.
Yeah.
This one here is saying Allah he raised it up. This is how he split it. Allah he raised up the heaven.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
but let me ask you: is that true that that the heaven is raised above us?
No.
So this is a lie. How God he says such a thing? We are not even a dust inside the space, inside the heaven, if we can call it heaven. Correct.
Correct.
So we are the heaven is not lifted from us. We are inside it. We are little tiny. It's not even like the size of a needle, the head of a needle, inside the heaven. So how he lifted up? But because this is how Muhammad he say things, the earth and the heaven, they are not connected. The heaven is up, the earth is down. So the heaven is up, but the truth is not right. The heaven is up, the heaven in the right, the heaven in the left, the heaven underneath of us, because the earth is not a flat, and there's heaven around us all over.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, that's right.
So this is a very false
now,
statement.
Yeah, so that's it's. I think you're taking this too literally.
My friend, I am not the one. You see, you have to read the interpretation of the Muslims. Okay, look at this. Allah, He is the one الذي مد الأرض. مد. What the word مد mean?
يعني مد, he spread it, to expand it.
But this is mean it's flat, correct? In Arabic we say the madda is the carpet.
Yeah.
Okay, so he made the earth a carpet, and then he placed in the top of the earth mountains. Does it say that?
Yeah.
But is it true that mountains are something placed in the top of the earth, or the mountains are coming from the magma?
Well, they come from the tectonic plates pushing against each other.
Well, there's two ways. Either it's a volcano, which is the magma, or it is the tectonic plates because of a pressure between them. This is correct. But which mean in both way, it's coming from inside the earth, not something we place in the top of the earth, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so the Quran here is giving false prophecy. Muhammad prophesying how God he made the earth, he placed mountains firm in the top of the earth.
But he's not saying that's because it looks that way. It's not literally.
No, my friend, this is literally. It's about how God he's speaking about mountains, how he created them. This is not it's not up to you. And you can read the Muslim interpretation. This is not my interpretation. You can read Ibn Kathir. You can read Al-Qurtubi. Okay, you see, I will take advantage of one thing. That's because you know Arabic. You know the hail, right? Al-Barad.
Hail, yes, yeah.
Okay. How the hail is created?
It's cold air. I don't know exactly.
So you don't believe that hail is something God he break from mountains in heaven?
Break from mountains in heaven? I mean, no.
Okay, so read with me, because you keep saying to me you are taking it literally. Read with me. Give me that. Here we go. ألم ترى أن الله يزجي سحابا ثم يؤلف بينه ثم يجعله ركاما فراق ودقا يخرج من بينها. Then he says وينزل من السماء من جبال فيها من برد فيصيب به من يشاء. Allah is talking how he make the rain, and now he's talking how he make the ice. Okay, where the ice is coming from? You speak Arabic?
Yeah.
Okay. He's saying the hail from mountains, and because he keeps saying to me you are taking it literally. Okay, let me show you what the Islamic scholar says. Whatever the Muslim scholars they say, I will take it, no problem. Here we go. Just to show you this is what it's meant. That's not me saying this and saying that. So if we go to the Quran interpretation, which is made by the Muslims, not by me, we will find the following. Let us see what it says. This is a chapter 24, verse number 43. and we will show it interpretation according to Islamic understanding, not ours. Not we don't do what the Muslims do. Muslims, they try to explain the Bible to us the way they like. We don't do that. You know, we show them what they themselves they see about those verses.
Yeah.
Okay, let us see verse number 43, and here. All right, you heard of Al-Jalalain, correct?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is Al-Jalalain, and this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Let's see what it says. And he sent down from the heaven out of the mountains min jibal, mean extra, that there is in the heaven. Does it say that?
Yeah, it says that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Allah is sending hail from mountains in heaven. How God, he do not know even how hail is made.
Yeah. So,
We can change the interpretation. Maybe this guy is wrong. I mean, people make mistakes. Maybe this guy, he have a wrong understanding. Here we go. This is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of your prophet. All right. It says, and then he says, and then he sent down hail from mountains in heaven.
Yeah, that's not right.
Okay, but this is God.
Yeah.
And God is saying to us how hail is made, how rain is made. How this can be true? If this is God talking and this is wrong, that means Allah cannot be God.
Yeah.
Give me another miracle, scientific miracle. Forget about all of this. Until now, we prove nothing to you. No problem. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I have patience. Tell me, give me another one. I'm here. Will you enter the more? Go ahead. I'm here in your service, my friend D.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I hear there's the unique fingerprints.
Fingerprints, no problem. But I want to show you today how, my friend, with my respect to you, you are a Muslim. I'm not trying to insult you. I don't mean you when I say Muslims, they lie. But they lie. Your brothers in real religion, they lie. You speak Arabic, so how this can be, I mean, how they can fool you, my friend. Here we go. This is about the word binan. Okay, let us see what the verse says. Chapter 75, verse number 4. It says, aren't we able to put together his fingertips? But this is about his bones. The fingertips is the bones. This is not about fingerprints. What fingerprint? Allah is saying, here we go. Does the man think we cannot assemble his bones? No, we can. Even his fingertips we can.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't say fingerprints.
So they lie. You see, it's about bones. They make it about the skin. But they are assuming nobody will go and check, and nobody have a brain to you know, people, they take it like, you know, it's like a fast food, McDonald's, you know, take sandwich, give sandwich, brothers. Prophet said, Allahu Akbar, Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, Takbir, Takbir. Yeah, this is the comedy we see. Nobody wanna use his brain for a second.
Yeah, I'm looking through these translations. A lot of them, I'm trying to read the Arabic, and yeah, they keep adding stuff.
My friend, the Arabic is so clear. أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظامه بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه. So he's talking about, do you think the human can, he think we cannot put his bones together? No, we can, even his bones, because the fingers, they are very small. Like, you know, maybe you can put the big bones together, but those are very small, the hands, you know. So this is what it says. And look how they fabricate just to make it look like as a science. So the verse is speaking about, and not only that, we can go to the interpretation. Let us go to the interpretation, because maybe Christian Prince, he get it wrong. Maybe you get it wrong too. You know, let us see if there's a fingerprint here. Chapter 75, verse number 4. I mean, those who make those claims, they are official liars. They are liars with certificate of PhD. They have no shame. Here we go. This is Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Is it about bones?
Mm, yeah, it seems like it.
So why they lie?
I don't know. See, I hear this stuff from just my parents and
Okay, my friend Dean, forget about this one, man. Maybe we can find something else. Give me one other one. Give me, hit me. I will stay with you until the coming year. And I guarantee you, every one you give me is going to be busted, and everybody, and including you, you will laugh with me at it.
I'm laughing with you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much. The embryology. That's the big
wonderful.
one.
The embryo. What is that? Which verse do you know? There's many verses. Let me help you. Maybe you are talking about this one where it says
Backbone.
alaqa, the one about the alaqa. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this is a hilarious verse. Thank you for mentioning. Well, now, me and you now we will have heart attack from laughing. Read with me carefully. Yeah, read with me carefully. This is the Quran, and this is what the Muslim translation is, not my translation. It says, then we made the nutfa. What is a nutfa, Dean?
The nutfa is the nutfa is the sperm.
That's wonderful. We made the nutfa into a congealed blood, alaqa, a thick of a congealed blood. Okay, do you agree with that, Dean? Have you ever heard of a scientist says that the baby is made from nutfa, and the nutfa will become a baby, and that how it happened? The sperm became blood, and then the blood became a lump, and then the lump became a flesh or bones. What is that? In which science is that? Where we can find this science? The sperm of the man go to the women and fertilize the egg. The one will grow is the egg. It's not the nutfa, correct?
Well, yeah, there's the egg. Yeah.
Yeah, the egg will become the one cell. It's a big cell. The cell became two. The two became three, etc. You know. So it's not the sperm will become what this guy is talking about. He's saying that the sperm of the man will become a congealed blood.
Now, yeah, but it's not wrong.
It's wrong, my friend, because the sperm does not transform to be anything to do with the baby. The sperm activate the egg and deliver the DNA message, and that's it. Dissolve. According to the Quran, what is the first stage? At the first stage, you are a sperm, correct? Then you became a blood. Go and check from now until the coming year and find me who is the scientist who will say that the first stage is a blood.
I mean, there is blood.
My friend, yeah, for sure we have it, but not the sperm will become a blood. I mean, the blood, you will have a blood after you have a system. You should have nerves first.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you have to have. I mean, you have to have veins. So like when we have a blood, we have a supply. The blood is a supply, correct? And that is something will provide us with food and oxygen, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, but here in this stage, there's no need for food. I mean, the food is provided in different way from the womb of the woman. The egg is connected, even after you are born, still you are connected to the mother, right?
Right.
So here he's saying that the sperm became a congealed blood. Let me show you another verse. Okay. Do women have a sperm?
Do women have no?
Okay. Chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7 says that there's a gushing fluid, sexual fluid, coming from the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. Where do you think the sperm of the man is coming from?
Sperm from the man. It's coming from the testicles.
Well, you are very close, but let us go here. According to the Quran, no. The sperm of the man is coming from the backbone, and women have a sperm, and it's coming from her ribs.
Yeah, I mean, no.
What?
I don't see women here. Where do you see men, women?
No, the word taraib in Arabic is the location of the necklace of the women. It is a word that has to do with the ribs of the women, and specifically the location of the women necklace. This is what taraib means. موقع القلادة. ترائب الصدر هي عظام الرقبة التي تقع فيها القلادة. موقع القلادة من الرقبة للمرأة. So it comes from between the backbone of the man and the ribs of the woman. How is that? What kind of God do you think that the sperm is coming from a backbone, which is the last bone in your spine, and women have a sperm coming from her ribs? You know, let us go and see the interpretation. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
No problem. Here we go. This is chapter 86, verse number 7. Let us go to Ibn Kathir. You heard about Ibn Kathir, right?
Yeah, he's the big one.
Yeah, he used to be in my school.
Oh.
Here we go. This is Ibn Kathir. Let us see what Ibn Kathir he said. Now the Muslim, they will say to me, what the Muslim they will say not now. They will say Ibn Kathir is an idiot. They will say have an understanding. Yes, they will say that, but just to save Muhammad from being exposed, they will say anything. Look at this. This is Ibn Kathir, and he is explaining the verse. Let us see what it says. He is created from a water gushing forth, meaning sexual fluid that comes out bursting forth from the man and the women. Thus the child produced from both of them. Okay, wonderful. Now he continues saying, proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. Referring to hairy chest. And here the translation is not accurate. It's not hairy chest, it is the location of the necklace. What do you think? Do you agree that women, she have a sexual fluid which make the baby, and it's coming from her location of the necklace of the chest?
She has, I mean, yes, she has a part in the, it's not the right location. No, it's not from the necklace.
The woman have a sperm, my friend?
No sperm, no.
Yeah, but this is what it says. It says the baby, it says gushing fluid. It's a gushing forth liquid. It's a fluid. Do you see it?
Yeah,
it's a sexual fluid. So this cannot be the egg, because the egg is not sexual fluid. It's not even a fluid. All right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, Muhammad himself, he explained that. That's why Ibn Kathir, he read for us that the Prophet said. Let us see what the Prophet said. There's a hadith where Muhammad said, explain something. Let's see. Where is the hadith? I hope they did not take it off, because they do that. The Muslims, they are trying, yeah, they do that actually. There's a hadith where Muhammad, it's in Arabic, I can show it in Arabic. What happened to the hadith? Okay. Here we go. Actually, this is the hadith. This is the hadith from Muhammad. Proceeding from between the backbone and the ribs, the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women, and here he takes the explanation from Muhammad. The fluid is yellow and fine in texture. The child will not be born except from both of them, i.e. their sexual fluid. So what Islam teach, that the woman, she have a sexual fluid in her private part. That is a sexual fluid, which is the sperm of the woman, which is coming from the location of the necklace in her ribs. Do you agree with that?
No.
Okay. And do you agree that this sexual fluid, which is yellow and fine in texture, is the one who will make the baby?
No.
Okay. And the man have a sexual fluid which is thick and white. And this is what Muhammad, he said in the hadith. Let me show you the hadith so you don't say I'm making things up. This is the hadith of Muhammad saying the following.
Where's the hadith coming from?
As usual, from the box of the hadith. Here we go. This is your prophet explaining the same thing, and this is Sahih. I came to the prophet. Okay, no, this is not the one. Here we go. Let me show you the Sahih. Here, the hadith saying, Anas ibn Malik reported from Salim, narrated, blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyway. Then it says, in case that the woman sees that she must take a bath, she sees what? She sees a dream. She have this charge. When a man sees sexual dream, and the woman sees sexual dream, he says, upon this, she asked him, a woman, she said to him, what I will do if I see, you know, I have orgasm. He said, upon this, he says, the wife of the Prophet, he says, does really this happen? Because the wife of the Prophet, she never had orgasm. So she looked like Muhammad is not doing a good job in the bedroom. Otherwise, Muhammad, he says, yes, it does happen. Otherwise, how can a child resemble her? Man discharge, i.e. sperm, is a thick and white, and the discharge of the women is thin and yellow. Do you see it? So the one resembled comes from the one who you know, his orgasm comes first. In different hadith, the translation is more accurate. It says the one who comes first, he controlled the resemble the look of the baby. Here we go. This is the hadith, and this is Sahih. Read it.
Yeah.
The Messenger of Allah said, the man water is thick and white, and the women water is thin and yellow. Which of them comes first? The child will resemble the parent.
Yeah, that's that. I don't think that's not right. Is the hadith is Sahih?
Yeah, Sahih. This is very Sahih.
But I mean, yeah, I don't.
Well, my friend, Dr. Muhammad, he knew best. Come on, we have to admit, me and you. Dr. Muhammad, he now. This is why if I get married, because by the way, I look very ugly. So if I get married now, I know because I don't want my son to look like me, and he will shoot me. Actually, he will shoot me immediately after the second he is born. So he look at me like he might go back where he came from after he see me. So what? By the wisdom of the Prophet, Alhamdulillah, now I will never have orgasm first, because I want my son to look like his mother. You know, actually, he will not like his mother because he can't be a son. Because Muhammad here, he mean too, not only resemble as a look, resemble as a gender. I can show you the other hadith. It says, so if the one who comes first, if the man come first, the baby will be a boy. If the women come first, the baby will be a girl. So according to the Majesty Dr. Muhammad, who is getting his knowledge from Allah, the women orgasm will decide, or the man orgasm will decide what the gender of the baby and how it will look like. But all of us, we know that this is stupid. And look, Muhammad, he made it clear. He said the water of the man is thin, the water of the man white and thick, correct?
Yeah.
He called them both water. And then the water of the women is a thin and yellow. And which one of them come first, that water will decide how the baby look like and his gender. But all of us, we knew that the sexual fluid the woman she have in her private part, if she is having sex, this has nothing to do with the baby.
Yeah, nothing. And I remember another hadith that says Allah actually chooses the gender and then whether they're disbeliever or believer in the womb.
Exactly.
So I have to look.
Here Muhammad, he is getting himself busted. So you are helping me. I'm going to hire you as an assistant now. So because in that hadith it says that Allah, he sent an angel, right? And then he write the destiny. But look, Muhammad, in that hadith, you see, there's something I like about your prophet. He cannot keep his mouth shut. So look what he said. Do you know how long the sperm of the human being can live?
A couple of days, maybe?
5 days. Look what Muhammad said, my friend. I mean, your prophet is amazing. Look at this. Your prophet, he said. He said, not me. Remember, don't curse me. When the drop of semen remain in the womb for 40 or 50 days. Look, your prophet is very honest. Like he is not sure, like 40, 50. I don't remember what Allah told me, 50 or 40, 40 or 50. 40 or 50. I mean, What kind of a prophet this prophet is? Where he got the number 40 and 50 from? And then, so you stay. And by the way, it doesn't say. Yeah, it says actually 40 or 50. And 40 or 50, you are the sperm. And then the angel come and he says, Lord, good or evil? The guy is a sperm. Now you are thinking of, so you are a sperm, and now Allah is deciding what you will be. All right. In different hadith, actually, Muhammad, he said the following, which is getting more funnier. Because you are 40 days as a, you see here, as a drop of semen, and then you became a clot of a blood.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Allah will decide male or female. Do you see it? Last thing. You see it?
I see.
Yeah. Male or female. So the last thing is the gender. According to science, actually, gender is decided right away by the sperm. The sperm, when it go inside the inside the egg, fertilize, and that sperm decide the gender is not what he's saying. According to Muhammad, the last thing is the gender. Here you will see the same. You know. Look, all those hadith, they are saying the same.
Yeah.
Read this one with me. This one is fantastic. This one we can make movie, me and you, about it. If you have money, we can, you know, we can ask Sylvester Stallone to be the, you know, we make him go back. We make a cartoon movie like he was a sperm, Sylvester Stallone, and now he go in a mission and he stay as a sperm in the womb of the enemy for 40 days. Look at this.
Yeah.
In the form of a semen for 40 days. Then became a clinging, it's not, doesn't say, it says alaqa, a congealed blood. For the similar period, so you are now 40 days as a sperm, and then 40 days as a blood, and then 40 days as a loom of a flesh. And that's it, the total is 120 days, the baby is done.
Yeah, that's 100. Yeah, no, that's not right.
And this is reported by who? Both Al-Bukhari and Muslim.
Yeah. Now the hadith, the hadith is yeah, I don't like the hadith too much. You know,
the Quran, you see, I showed you the hadith to confirm what it says in the Quran, remember, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So because I want you to say, because you said to me you are taking it literally, etc. So I'm showing you, this is what the Muslims understand it, and this is what Muhammad himself, he said. Forget about this. Give me another miracle. Forget about this. For that, nothing is working. Nothing is working. What I can do. Maybe you never know. Maybe this one coming one is going to work. Give me another one. Just last one. But the last one, try to choose something that can hit me in the head, break my head to pieces.
Last miracle. I mean, the sky being, the atmosphere protecting us.
That's wonderful, my friend. The Quran says the atmosphere protecting us.
From what I remember my parents telling me that. Yeah.
My friend, you speak Arabic there. You should do better. The Quran says the opposite. The Quran says that Allah وَجَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ سَقْفًا مَحْفُوظًا. So what is protected is the sky, not the earth. From who? Let us see. And now you will die laughing with me. Don't die on me. Chapter 67, verse number 5. And indeed we have adorned the nearest heaven with lamps, and we have made such a lamp as missiles to drive away shaitan. You see it? So we guarded the sky. He guarded from what? From shaitan. So it's the opposite. It's not, because the atmosphere is something in the space trying to get in the earth, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, here is the opposite. Shaitan, he will try to go out of the heaven. Allah, he will shoot him. Now you might say to me, this is not clear for me. Can you confirm it? Let us confirm it in different verse. This is all his fairy tales. where Muhammad, he claimed that Shaitan, he tried to steal information from Allah. I don't know if you know you know about WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks, yeah.
Yeah, wait, this is Allah. Shaitan. Here we go. Look. So وجعلنا وحفظناها, and we have set we made the sky zodiacal signs in heaven, and we made them fair, seeming all beholder, and then and we have guarded those in the sky from every cursed devil. Do you see it?
We have guarded them from every cursed devil. Yeah.
Okay. But so if any try to gain hearing by stealth from Allah, like he wanna spy, is pursued by a flaming fire. This is the atmosphere they are talking about. You see how they lie to you?
That any that gains a hearing by stealth is pursued by a flaming fire. Yeah.
This translation is really weird. Let us change the translation. Maybe you can get something more simple, because this guy, I don't know, sounds like he's taking too much beer. So look, we changed the translation here, it became different. And verily in the heaven we have set mention of his stars, and we have beautified it for beholder, and we have guarded it from every outcast devil. We have guarded what? The sky, save him who steals the hearing. And then the other verse, you know, that the one connected with this one, if he tried to steal, Allah will shoot him with the star. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the atmosphere?
Yeah.
And here there's a mistake. You see, the same verse here, they say that this is about the atmosphere, but the verse saying that the stars is located in the nearest heaven. That's mean if this is, but yeah, it says the lamps in the lowest heaven.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah.
The lamps, missiles.
And the Shaitan, he live in the earth. So Allah, he showed Shaitan by a star. Do you know how big the star?
Yeah, there's no.
This is all his fairy tales for kids. I mean, come on, you are smarter than this. You really believe in this? Shaitan, he will steal information from Allah. He want to spy. Allah showed him by. So Muhammad trying to explain what was those things we see in the sky, especially he live in the desert, so he can see a lot of it every night. You know, they are living in the dark, there's no electricity, so anytime go outside you will see the sky dark black, you see nothing. So you look at the sky, he see those stars coming, he think those are shooting stars, he think those are really stars, and Allah shooting this the shaitan trying to spy at Allah, brother. Boing boing, like Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So where is the?
Yeah, I don't see anything. See, Yani, see, the thing is, I don't look in. You know, I just kind of hear what people tell me. I don't really look into actually reading the verse, but I'll have to go back and do some more reading, really try to understand. Yani, you know your stuff, man.
Let me see. The sky سقفا محفوظا. Allah, he made the sky like a canopy in the top of a mountain called Qaf. You know do you know Qaf? You heard of Qaf?
No.
Okay, did you hear about the chapter? It's called Qaf in the Quran.
Oh, chapter, yeah.
Qaf. Okay.
Yeah.
Qaf, if you ask a scholar, okay, what does Qaf mean? He says this is an azure mountain which is surrounding the earth from all direction. All right.
Okay.
So this is, let us go and see the interpretation. Here we go. From the narration of his authority Ibn Abbas, this is Tafsir Ibn Abbas, chapter 50, verse number 1. It says the following: that he said the interpretation of Allah saying Qaf. He said Qaf is an azure mountain overlooking this world, and the color of the sky takes from it. Allah swear by it. Do you see it? So what happened is that this is a mountain, it's a blue, and it's surrounding the earth from the earth is a flat, and there's a wall fence, and then in the top of the fence, in the top of the wall, like a room, there is a dome that is, or a roof That is the sky, and the reason the sky is blue because of that mountain. It's clear. I mean, what's wrong with you? Come on, isn't it clear? Doesn't say that, or I'm saying that?
Yeah, and there's a mountain overlooking this world, and the color of the sky takes from it the lost program.
Yeah, true story, brother. This is a pure science, Islamic science. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of this one, but yeah, that's.
Do you have more miracles?
Well,
Come on, Dean, leave Islam, my friend. You are smarter than this. You are trying to, okay, well, obviously, I can tell you, you yourself, you are not convinced for a second with this madness.
I've questioned it before, but I've never, I've never really actually looked into the miracles. That's
my friend. Anything you see, bring me anything about this cult. This is the most silly, stupid cult ever you can imagine. You speak Arabic, so you have an advantage. You see, they can fool someone. He don't speak Arabic. He know nothing about Arabic. They can say things that not exist there or fabricate. But you speak Arabic. I mean, how is it?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I'm looking at the translation, and they're not. They keep adding stuff that's not in the Arabic. So
no. It is in the in the translation, correct? Yeah, but actually, but do you know that Ibn Kathir in Arabic is like disappear totally in English? There's hundreds of pages from Ibn Kathir in Arabic is taken away from the English translation. I can't find that. They took it off. Anything will look embarrassing for Muhammad. As an example, the story, if you go to read Ibn Kathir in English, read the story about Al-Gharaniq. You heard about Al-Gharaniq, right? When Muhammad, he says, the 3 daughters of Allah, their intercession, it's a must. So all the story there in Ibn Kathir, what happened exactly is gone. You open Ibn Kathir in Arabic, you speak Arabic, open Ibn Kathir in Arabic, open Ibn Kathir in English website, and read, you will see it's gone. The story of him bowing down is gone, the story what he said is gone, everything is gone.
Yeah.
What else? What else they told you?
Well, I'm out of miracles. I don't. I mean, even guys, they say even the Quran.
Our friend Dean, by the way, I welcome you to call me anytime. You are a nice person, but our friend Dean is out of animation.
Okay. So when I originally called, so I see, you're doing a good job of proving that the Quran, the truth is not in the Quran. I see that, but now a lot of the stuff you can also, turn on to the Bible, and I don't know where the truth is in the Bible either. So that's where I'm.
My friend, let us take it step by step. So, did you decide to leave Islam?
No, I haven't.
But you just say the truth is not in the Quran. You just said that.
Well, and that's what you're.
Okay, but do you agree? I mean, come on, be honest, Dean. After all what I showed you, is that the truth in your eyes? Be honest. Is what is written in the Quran, is that the truth? The sperm became a congealed blood.
No, from what I've seen, it's what you showed me and what I've looked up, it's wrong. Yeah.
Okay, so let us first come to a decision. Islam is yes or no, and then we can go to the Bible.
But but the Bible, even it seems like it's going from one cult to another cult. So I don't know.
You see, you can say whatever you want. You can say the Bible is wrong, no problem. And first we finish from Islam, and then if you want, you can go and see in the Bible, and we will see together if this is a cult or not. You see, the problem is when somebody try to speak about the Bible, you know what the Bible is first?
It's a collection of 66 books.
Yeah, but what it is?
It's people. I say it's a bunch of legends.
Okay, let me tell you. The Bible is history, history of a man, stories of the man,
stories,
and the words of God, which mean there's parts where God is talking, and there's big part where he said, she said, this king he said, this prophet he told this person. So stories, all right. So
Okay.
if you want to judge God, you judge God by his teaching.
Where's
The
that?
rest, which mean, okay, Jesus said to me, do this. That is God for me. Jesus is God. All right.
Okay.
Now, if there is a story about a king fighting with other king, this is history, and it's written there because this is the history of the Jews struggling with God, disobeying or obeying. So the Bible is very honest and writing history. As an example, when David disobeyed God, the Bible says David disobeyed God. As simple as that. So it is a history of sin, people committing sin against God, people commit sin against each other, people doing bad and good. That part is for us to learn about history. However, there's a part where God he speak. So when you want to judge, you judge what God said, not what I say. Let us say I was exist in the time of David. I enter upon David. I say, David, you are blah 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 blah. Okay, and then the one who they are collecting the history, they wrote that in the Bible, because we as a Christian, you know, we don't say the same as Muslim. The Muslim, they say the Quran, every letter there is written by God himself, correct?
Right.
No, for us, we don't believe in that. For us, we believe that the word of God is in the Bible, but in there too there's man history, which means this is a book written by the man about God and about the man. So there's a stories about the man, and there's a stories coming from God. Same things, God he gave orders. So God said is God said. Man said is man said.
Okay. Now, how do you know it's coming from God?
It says there. It says.
Just so because it says it's coming from God, that means it's coming from God.
My friend, okay, yeah,
The
but
Quran
yeah.
says it's
No. You see,
from God.
but
So
you know, you can prove easy what is can be from God, what is not. Just the same. We can use the same method we use here. Like you know, the Muslims. The problem with Muslims, they have like stories of like they say to you, Samson he left he lost his power because he cut his hair. But this is not about. This is not because of his hair. This is about it's about sin. The same as Adam, he lost his eternal life because he commits sin. So he have an absolutely amazing power to live forever. He's in heaven. That power is taken from him. So all the Bible is from the beginning to the end. Even the stories, which is, you can say literally, we can take them. Those stories are spiritual stories. Even the names of the Bible are spiritual names. As an example, when we say, you can go right now, you can do this, when you have time. Check the name of every name in the Bible. You will see they are not names. Not a single one of them is a name. It's a sentence. It's a statement. It's a spiritual statement. God is with us. God is all hearing, like Ishmael, Abraham. Abraham is Abraham, the one who crossed the river, the one who crossed from the other side. Moses or Moshe is the one who survived the drowning. So there's no names in the Bible. So the Bible is very, very deep book. So what some naive people try to do, they go and read 2 words and they think this is just we learn the Bible. The Bible is not just what you think. It is very extremely deep. If you go start from the book of Genesis, go right away, and then if you read even the books of the names of the sons of Noah, you will find that all the names of the sons of Noah are speaking about Jesus. Imagine, even their names speaking about God will come down to the earth. There's 10 names, and those names all then they present the story of Christ. But when we read them, because we don't speak the language and you don't know what they mean, you think it's just a name.
Yeah.
So the Bible is different story. Quran is just somebody, when you've been in a school, maybe the teacher, she asks you to make something to put it like in the wall in the school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the Quran. It's a bunch of kids putting papers in the wall, and none of the papers connected to like it's suffering from flight of thoughts, while the Bible is extremely deep and amazing book. You can go right now and read. You see, because like when you read the let's say the Old Testament. The Old Testament is very interesting book if you like to learn about the background of man and God. But for me, I find it more interesting for me to focus in the New Testament. Why? Because that one is just to teach me things about man was, and then the Bible in the New Testament tell me about I am, me. So because I care for me, and the rest is just to give me a background, then I focus on what Jesus says to me. How we arrive, the Old Testament, all of it is about how we arrive to the stage where the Messiah, he come to us. This is the important for us as Christians. The rest is history. I don't really care if David, he have war. I don't care if I don't care. This is history. It's gone. Those people are they are dead, and God will judge them for what they did. So what I care for is Christ. He came to save me, and the rest is history.
Christ came. So why do you think? I mean, like you said, we're just a little tiny dust in a there's millions of planets and galaxies. Why do you think Christ came to this planet specifically? There's so much more to the galaxy.
It doesn't matter. Let us for the sake of argument say that God, he created a human being in many galaxies. God, we believe God is love. Our God have different character from all other religions. So we believe God is love. This is what the Bible says. God is love, literally. So because God is love, that means he created us because he loves us, not because he want to abuse us. And if you love somebody, aren't you willing to go and save that body? You do.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how small we are, and we are nothing for him, but he is an absolute loving. His love, his nature. This is his nature. You know, it's like saying, why love? You say to somebody, why love is why somebody he go and he like his family is in the house, he jump inside the house, there's a fire, and just to save his child, he would die there because this is love, my friend.
Yeah.
It's something you cannot explain because it is more than we can explain. God, he created such a thing, for this is coming from him. He is the source of all love. So when a woman, and the other day I saw a video, I don't know if you saw it in the internet, where there is a dog, a female dog. She put her babies in like a hole in, you know, in the ground, and then the ground collapsed. And if you see this dog, you know, they are trying to dig the ground to save the puppies, but the dog, she keep jumping in and she wanna push the you know, she is so crazy she's a dog, but yet she knew she's a mother, you know. You see how amazing it is. So you ask yourself, okay, well, she is doing that, she might die too, but she don't care. She is not thinking. She wanna go and save them. And even the rescue, they are trying to take the puppies from the ground. She is bothering them because she keep jumping. They push her away and she keep jumping. They cannot use tools to take the rocks. So this is amazing love, which is created by God. He put it inside those, we call them mothers, even if they are animals. So love cannot be explained, for it's a miracle of God, and God is a miracle.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I have to, because from coming from this, you know, the Islamic point of view, I've always thought almost like Christianity is almost like its own cult. And
you see, when you say cult, my friend, when you say cult, what will make a cult a cult? Cult, if the leader, he want to have sex with our wives. If the cult, he want our yes, it's about money. Cult is about money, sex. This is what it is about, you know. So did the Messiah did that? No. Did he ask her for any return? No. Did he ask for money? No. Read the whole Bible. He did not own anything. He had nothing, you know. And remember, the Messiah, even the Quran confirm, he can raise people from death. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean,
but imagine, my friend Dean, imagine I now today, I can raise people from death. Do you know how much power that can give me in this earth? How many kings will bow down under my feet to bring them back to life?
A lot.
They will give me all their kingdoms. This is amazing power. So, but yet the Messiah, he had nothing. He never asked for anything. He never asked for money. He never asked for Muhammad. He gave himself a privilege. So this is how you know the cult. The Messiah, he gave himself. He did not ask us. It's the opposite.
So how do you know he raised people from the dead? or how do you know?
Well, you see, we as a Christian, we witness miracles in our life every day. I know a
Which
lot of.
ones? Give me one example.
You can go search right now and see life stories. You can ask people. You wouldn't believe it, don't believe, it's up to you. But God always, He don't leave Himself without witnesses. There's tons of miracles. However, the Bible confirmed that Jesus did tons of miracles. Even Muhammad, who is a liar for me, as I believe, he confirmed that Jesus did miracles nobody can do, including even creating from the mud a bird. Which means even the enemies of Jesus, they could not deny who is Jesus. Even Satan, he could not deny who is Jesus. So the second you believe in Christ, you are a different person. And this is the biggest miracle. I know I met people who used to be terrorists and they became amazing people, peaceful, beautiful people. I know people who they used to be criminals, just because they became a Christian, they became so peaceful, so amazing. So this is a living miracle of a human being, how God, He can change you. But in Islam, the opposite. You convert to Islam, second day you want to join Mujahideen and you want to kill people. Yeah, like a police officer just 2 weeks ago, he converted to Islam. A year ago, a year after, he take a knife, he attacked the police station. Allahu Akbar. I mean, you just convert to Islam, what happened? All his life was a policeman protecting the people. He converted to Islam, he wanted to do the opposite. So, the Bible says, from their fruits you shall know them. So in order to know which one is cult, don't judge Christianity by me. I am no one. Who I am, I'm not Jesus. I'm no one. So if you want to judge Christianity to be cult or not, go and see the fruits of Jesus.
Which are in the Bible.
Which is in the Bible, no, which is in us. Because you see, if I am a person who follows Jesus, look what Jesus says to me. If I practice what Jesus said, Jesus said, never lie. Either you say yay, yay, or nay, nay, which means you don't even take an oath. So lies is gone. Jesus says, love your enemy, bless those who curse you. Huh? Okay. Imagine, Dean, if all the world practice just one sentence of Jesus. Just this one sentence. Forget about the whole book. Love your enemy. What do you think will happen in this earth?
It'll be better.
What? There's going to be heaven.
Yeah.
Right? We will not need weapon. We will not need army. Do you know how much we spend money on in stupid war machines? Most of our, even poor countries, they spend most of their budget in war machines. Their people are dying, but yet they are spending trillions of dollars in buying rusty steel. So a human being life can change if we follow Jesus. Jesus can change you, my friend. Love your enemy.
But the Bible, I mean, he doesn't just say love thy enemy. There's the Bible also condones slavery. God,
no, that's not true, my friend. That's not true. You see, this is all is wrong understanding. You see, the Jews, they live by the law, eye for an eye. So, which means the Messiah, he says, don't do evil. Don't do evil. Don't be like them. So when he says, if somebody slam your right cheek, give him the other one. And it says clearly, don't do evil as they do. So the Old Testament, it's about people who want to survive. The Jews, you see, if we want to be honest about what happened, we cannot judge the Jews who lived 3,000-4,000 years ago by what's happening today. At that time, the Jews, they've been taken for hundreds of years as slaves, the whole nation. So you are asking the Jews that you cannot treat your enemy the way they treat you, but your enemy can treat you as they wish, and that will prove that you are a good person. This is what you are saying to me, right? So I can come to Dean, I can take his wife, I can take him as a slave, and this Dean, he's a good guy. So what he will do, his job is to let me do it. This is what you are saying, right? Yeah, but this is not real. This is not, this is like just a fantasy of philosophy. Those people, they are real people who live in a certain time, and the time is extremely harsh, extremely bad, and they have to survive. You heard that the Jews, they've been enslaved by the Assyrian, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. The whole nation been taken. I mean, imagine the whole nation, not like a 2 or 3. They took them, all of them. the women, the children, the goats, the cows, everything. And the same happened to them by the Egyptian, correct?
Yeah.
So in order to judge somebody, we judge him by the time he lived. Muhammad, he came 600 years after Jesus. So after Jesus said, love your enemy, making a human being live forward, higher standard from before. Things is changing forward. Muhammad, he took us back to the cave time.
Well, I don't agree with judge someone by the time they lived. I don't know about that.
No, we have to agree. Like imagine you say to me, we have a law for cyber crimes, right? Okay, but at that time, what if imagine you make a cyber crime law at that time, people will laugh at you, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So everything have a timing and have a reason. So when like you said to me about the law, like Musa says to his people, do this and do that. But most of those things, if Musa says those things today, people will laugh at him.
Right. Yeah.
Because what like imagine make a law, you have to go away from the camp when you do your like the call of nature. I mean, we have the bathroom just a few steps away from in our house. So every in order to judge an order, you have to judge it by the time it happened. First, we have to see if it's justice. We have to see if it's evil. We have to see how those people are treated. Those people, they have a very savage life, surrounded by savage, surrounded by people believe in slavery, surrounded by people who don't believe in God, surrounded by people believe in killing and kidnapping and taking your money. This is what they have around them. It's like those movies. If you see those movies, fantasy movies, like they show you crazy people, they have very weird hair and they have trucks and guns and they chase each other and they kidnap them and they put them, make them as slaves. Those fiction movies. This is exactly what was happening at that time. Ugly, very ugly life. You are not sure if tomorrow will come and you are free. This is the situation. Your neighbor tribe can attack you and take you as a slave, and that's it. You lost your freedom.
So slavery. So the slavery was okay back then.
It's not. It's okay. This is what people. This is the evil of the people. They are doing to each other. So let me show you something from the Quran. You see, Muhammad, because he associated himself with the Jews a lot. So Muhammad, he understood the law of Moses very wrong. Look what he says in the Quran. Look with me in the screen. Muhammad here is trying to be a Jew. But he tried, but he got himself busted. Oh, who you believe, retaliation is prescribed for you in the matter of a murder. So this is a matter of what? Murder.
Yeah.
Okay. The free man for the free man.
Yeah.
And the slave for the slave. And the female for the female. But this is not what eye for an eye is. Eye for an eye. If you kill my wife, I don't go and kill your wife. I kill the one who killed my wife. This is eye for an eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you kill my slave, I don't go and kill your slave. Because the slave did not do anything. Why do I want to kill him?
The free man for the free man, and the slave for the slave, and the free man for the free. Yeah, that doesn't.
Okay, so eye for an eye is about, let us say, public justice. You attack me, you take us, you enslave us. I'm going to attack you, and I will do to you what you did to me. All right. Muhammad, he took the law of Moses, but he practiced it in a very funny, stupid way. Because free man for the free man, that's mean that if a free man kill a free man, the free man will be killed. If a free man kill a slave would be killed. Slave for the slave. So a slave he die, a slave will be killed. If you go and read the interpretation, you will see clearly it says if a free man kill a slave, a free man will not be killed. And then he says female for the female, but this is stupid. What do you mean female? You should say the one who killed the female should be killed.
Yeah.
So later Muhammad, when he did this law, people, they start laughing at him. He abrogated this verse. If you ask Muslim, they will say to you, this is abrogated. Okay, why did Allah find himself funny and stupid? Yes, he found himself stupid and people laugh at him. Otherwise, he will keep it. Ask
Yeah.
yourself, I am a prophet. I make a verse. Why after 2 weeks or 3 weeks I will abrogate it? Doesn't make sense. It's not like, if this is a verse was given by Moses and Muhammad came 1,000 years after, I understand there's a huge different timing, as we said, because there's a law match with the timing. But this is the same prophet. After a few weeks he changed his mind because people, they start laughing at him. For this is not a justice.
Yeah.
So if you want to understand what people they practice during their lifetime, you have to put yourself in their shoes. Muhammad, he did nothing, and he have no God. This guy, he is a stealing law of somebody, and because he didn't understand their law, his law became funny. This is not what Musa said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So okay.
Yeah. So when you see in the Old Testament war, well, those people, everybody his hand on them, everybody want to kill them, everybody want to fight them. So they are living in the time where everybody attacking everybody want to take them slaves. So either you die or they die. As simple as that. This is the balance.
Yeah.
The Roman and the Persian before Christianity, they were killing each other for how many years? More than 300 years. Non-stop.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the reason? I mean, did the Roman have enough land? No, they never have enough land. They want to take more and more, and the same as the Persian. And then Muhammad, he did the same, and his followers. So all of this is about evil and power and money, and slavery is a source of money.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say to you, in order to judge somebody, live in his time.
So to judge Muhammad, so
live in
you
his
can't
time.
judge
No
him.
problem. No problem.
You can't judge him on the 9-year-old.
No,
having
I
sex
cannot.
with a
I have to judge. I have to judge
him.
him. I have to judge him by his time. As an example, the Christian, they never attack Muhammad. So why he attacked him? No problem. I mean, okay, if somebody attack you, okay, protect yourself. You have the right to defend yourself. But the Christian, actually, even the Muslim, they're saying the Christians, they gave him refugee in Ethiopia, which means if not the Christians, he will be dead.
Yeah.
Is that how you return? The Jews, Muhammad, he ran away from Quraysh. He went to Yathrib. Yathrib, this is the city of the Jews. They welcome you in their city. Why you kill them later?
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we see a person, like, I mean, if you have a dog, you feed him, you give him a bone, he will never bite you.
Yeah.
So if you want to compare, if you want to see, okay, well, at that time life is evil, life is ugly, life is disgusting, but Muhammad, he was just following the same life. He did not make it better, he made it more ugly. Actually, he made it legally in the name of God.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like when he says go and attack the Christians and the Jews and force them to pay jizya. Okay, what is the purpose of this? Do you know what was the purpose?
So they don't die.
No, I mean, why he did decide to attack the Christians? What happened?
Oh, he just I don't know. He just wanted to be a warlord, so he wanted to.
No, actually, there's more than this. You see, we have to go. This is why I advise you, Dean, when you read anything, to go deeper than what its appearance, and try to get the story. You see, if you go to the verse before it, chapter 9, verse 28, it says, "Oh, who you believe, the idolaters only are unclean, najis, filthy. You know what najis mean, right? So let them not to come near the holy city." Okay. And so now there's no business, because nobody can enter Mecca and people will die. Where is the business? Look what we said. Look at this. So if you fear poverty from losing of their merchandise, this is the translation of the Muslims, Allah shall preserve you of his bounty. How? The verse after it, fight against the Christian and the Jews and force them to pay jizya. Do you see it?
Yes.
So it was a clear theft.
It was.
He made an order, and now he cannot take it back. He said that those are clean, don't let them come here. People, they start complaining, how we will live? Who's going to go and visit the Kaaba and spend money here? The Kaaba is a big business. It's a pagan business. So
Yeah,
Muhammad, you have to come with a solution. Attack the Christians, force them to pay jizya. And look here at the hypocrite Muhammad. Christians, they worship Jesus as God, correct? Okay. Muhammad is willing to let you worship Jesus if you pay him money. I mean, isn't it obvious? You see, the Jews, they fought people who don't believe. Right? They fought with people who don't believe. So they did not say to them, if you pay us, it's okay for us. This guy, you can bribe his God. Just give him money. Okay, worship whatever you want. You want to worship Jesus? Worship Jesus. You want to worship Obama? Worship Obama. You want to make a Trump as God? No problem. Give us money. This is what Muhammad is saying.
Maybe he's just tolerant. He's being nice.
No, this is about money, right, my friend. It's in front of you. If you fear poverty, Allah will give you a solution. Don't worry. What's the solution? Attack the Christians. Attack the Christians until they pay you, not until they convert to Islam. Actually, during the time of the Caliphate, there's some Christian villages in Egypt. They send letters to the Caliphate through the Muslims, saying that those villages, they want to convert to Islam because they don't have money to pay jizya. The Caliphate refused. He said, if we make everybody convert, who is going to pay us?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, Christian friends. Thank you for this. This was good.
Yeah. So, but did you decide to leave Islam at least?
It's I didn't completely decide, but it's almost there.
Almost there. Okay. You're fun, my friend.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Are you shy to say I'm out of Islam? Is that the reason? Are you like? Do you fear people?
No.
Do you fear anyone?
Of course, yeah. It feels weird, but if I completely leave Islam, it makes me doubt if there's even a God in the first place. Which is,
my friend, it's better to doubt a God from worshiping a false God. No problem. Who said that it's wrong to doubt that is a God or not? Actually, a great believer is the one first he question if God exists or not, and then you come to a conclusion, and that conclusion will lead you to enter decision, and then the decision will become after thinking, not being blind. You know what I mean? So nothing wrong. Me myself, who said that I'm born as a believer? That's silly and that's stupid. You know, all of us we question, all of us we wonder, like maybe Christianity is false, maybe Jesus is just a normal person, maybe. I ask myself all those questions. So nothing wrong with saying I am out of this, and being an atheist for a second is better than being a slave of God, which is false God, for all your life.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
You know, at least free yourself, and then you are a free thinker. Think, be free.
Yeah.
You know, it's like how I can see. I mean, what is out this box if I don't jump out of it?
Then I have a question for you. Then how did you come to realize that God existed?
Well, there is many ways. You see, the first thing will take my attention is how deep the teaching of the Messiah. When you read any of his statements, you will see that even though he spoke 2,000 years ago, even though you are reading a translation, which will make it less, let us say, I mean, it's like we lose a lot of let us say, the language power, but it's still, you will see that you feel something. It's like speaking to you about you. It's not about Jesus. If you open any chapter, wherever Jesus he spoke, you will find that he is talking to you about today, your life problem, not about something happened 2,000 years ago. Which means this message is very special. It doesn't expire. It's not about certain time. It's about you and God. It's not about all people. It's about you as a person. So speak to you in a very personal way. I never read the Bible. I never read a speech of the Messiah, even though I did read it 100 times. Each time I read, I learn something new and I feel something different. You
Yeah,
can
and
try
I,
that yourself.
when I read the Quran, I was always feeling something. You know, sometimes I cried too. So you know,
Maybe because this is under the influence. You cry from what? From this?
yeah, I reading the Quran sometimes, or just listening to it sometimes.
My friend,
Yeah,
maybe because you are not having a deep thinking. Uh,
yeah,
you know, like you know Arabic, right? Read with me carefully.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you said you cry. I want to make you cry now. Read this.
Okay.
You see, I did not change the verse. Here we go in front of us. It says, اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله والمسيح. Disaster. Here we go. I told you you will laugh. Here we go. What kind of religion this religion is? This is Arabic? How you say they took their monks and rabbi as gods instead of Allah and the Messiah?
Yeah,
And then the Muslims, in order to fix it, they say, no, no, no. Here, Al-Masih go back to the Wa'id go back to Ahbarahum wa Ruhbanahum. I never heard of such a thing. It says it clearly, they took their rabbi and their monks as God instead of Allah and the Messiah. Anyone who speaks Arabic, he will notice the Quran saying that you should take Allah and the Messiah as God. But in the translation is different.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into that.
But this is what it says in Arabic, correct? I'm not making things up.
Yeah, I no, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so in the translation, they fabricated, they changed everything, and they tried to say, oh no, here Al-Masih, he is saying they took their rabbi and their monks and the Masih instead of Allah, but it doesn't say that. Arabic is so clear.
Yeah.
You know, and what the verse is saying that the Masih and Allah is one God.
Okay. All right.
So when you say to me you used to read the Quran and cry, I think you are maybe cutting some onion, my friend.
not even me reading it, just listening to it. You know, they say the poetry.
Let me tell you,
like
you see,
singing,
this is the influence of a nice voice, singing something. If you bring the same guy, he's saying, do you know the story of this guy, what his name, the Sheikh who made the chapter, it's called the chapter of At-Tufaha?
No.
Yeah, there's a very famous scholar, Muslim Sheikh, Saudi. So they have a conference. Let me see, maybe I can find it for you on YouTube. Hold on. So you know, they want to show them how powerful the Quran is. So he said, who is here volunteer to come to the stage? And you know, a French guy, he came, he don't speak Arabic. So they said to him, the Sheikh now is going to recite to you two things, and he will sing them in the same way. You tell us which one touch your heart, you know. And the Sheikh, I will find you that. The Sheikh, he recite two chapter. One of them he fabricated. It's about the apple. All right, and the other one is the Quran. And then he asked him, which one touch your heart more? The French guy, he said the chapter of the apple. Here we go. Do you see it in the screen? Search for it. الشيخ العريفي يقرأ سورة التفاح. And this is the guy. Here we go. This is the French guy in the stage. It was a horrible. The guy, he said, okay, listen again. I will repeat it for you again.
I don't see. Well, I don't. No, I don't see it yet on your screen. Hopefully, someone can put it in the chat so I can. Oh, okay. الشيخ العريفي يقرأ سورة التفاح.
Yeah, and this is the French guy. Al-Arifi is very famous person, you know. So, and this is the French guy, and the guy here is the translator, and this is Al-Arifi. So he was saying to him, okay, I will recite for you a chapter, two chapters. One is a true Quran and one is a fake Quran. You tell me which one touched your heart. Al-Arifi, he really did a good job. He sang a chapter which is fabricated. It's called At-Tufah. Hassan singing about At-Tufah, whatever, made it exactly look like Quran, sound like the Quran.
So the guy, that's haram. You can't
Well, he want to show them, my friend. He want to show them how he will make him cry. Even the guy he do not know which one is Quran. The Quran will touch your heart right away. The guy he chose the apple chapter. And this is very embarrassing and very stupid of them. You know, in the beginning I thought maybe they get this guy, maybe like, you know, he's one of them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, he will go on the stage and he will say, I chose this one. But looked like it was honest. Honest try, but it was honest, and this is why they will never do it again. Here we go. This is the link. I will post it here. I wish I can play it because people will die laughing from the singing. And the guy, if you hear his singing, he make it look like Quran, really. You know, I mean, the guy, he really did a very good job. So anyone who don't understand the Quran, if you sing anything sound like Quran, and this guy, because he's a sheikh, he knew exactly how to make any sentence sound like the Quran by singing it. You know what? I'm going to give you the link so you can watch it and you can love it.
Okay, so hello. What you're saying is, you know, the Bible is from God because when you read it, you feel something.
Always, my friend. God.
That's what you're trying to tell me. That's
not only you feel something. You see, there is a present of God in the words, which means you feel something will change you, not something just will touch you for a second and will go. You will change. You will be a different person. So it's not just like, okay, you know, if I go in a hot room, I will get hot, correct?
Right.
Okay, if I go outside in the cold, I will get cold. But this has nothing to do with God. When I'm in a hot room, I will be hot, right? But if you are really a person who adopt what you just learned, that will change you. It's not about now I'm crying. It's not about I feel something. It's about I will be a different person. This is why we Christian, I don't know if you heard this term, that we say we are born again.
Yeah.
So with the Messiah, we will be reborn again. Is that physically reborn? It is more than physically reborn. It's about me being a new person by Christ. So me yesterday, I when I was a kid, I don't know how age is yours. When I was young, if I see a person look at me, I want to fight. If I see a fight in the end of the street, I run there just to join. You know, I used to be a totally different person. Just tell me a fight, I will be there right away in 2 seconds. Don't tell me why. Don't tell me what the reason. You know, I remember once there's the one guy fighting two guys, so I took the side of the one guy because it's not fair. So I took the side, and then we finished the fight. The other two guys, they ran away, and then the guy, he says to me, "So do I know you?" I said, "No." Do I know you? I said, no, you don't know me. I do not need to know you. Why I need to know you anyway? So he said, why you joined the fight then? Look what happened to your shirt. I said, well, none of your business. Just go. Otherwise, I will fight with you too. So I saw that the guy, he's alone, and he's not equal to them. He is a little bit short, and they are taking advantage of him. So I joined the fight of the guy who is weak, and I believe this is the right thing to do. But I used to be a different person since I became, you know, in touch with the Messiah. I like, let us say, the process of a changing continue. It's not just something would happen in a second. It's going to be a process. It's like a train going in the right direction.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Christian Prince. All right, I have to go.
All right, my friend. Take care.
Okay, you too. Bye.
All right. Well, I can tell that he decided to leave Islam already, but he is shy to say. Right? And maybe next time we will produce the chapter. It's called the chapter of the Tufaha, which means the chapter of the apple. This is the link, by the way. If somebody can translate to many languages, that would be funny. What if he was a criminal and there are 2 cups? That's not smart question, my friend. People sometimes they say silly stuff. What if he's a criminal and there are 2 cups? Oh boy. people. So anyway, before we finish for today, just a reminder of what we said today. When a Muslim he come to you to debate you about the truth, in which book? Is it in the Bible or it is in the Quran? Don't waste your time, especially if it is a debate, which means it's between two people. One of them, he is doing it as a business. The Muslim, he is, let us say, a sheikh. He is not coming to debate you, he is just coming to argue. And the argument is very simple. The Bible is corrupted, then remind him that the Bible is the book of Allah. And if Allah allowed the Bible to be corrupted, that's mean this is by his will. If it's against his will, that's mean Allah cannot be God. Because if I do something against the will of God, that will be contradiction for what Muhammad taught. For everything happening in this earth is by the will of Allah. Nothing, and the Quran confirmed that. So remember always this method. The Bible is corrupted, but the Bible is the book of Allah. So the book of Allah is corrupt. It's not, the Muslim is not accusing you. Don't start defending the Bible. Don't do that. Put him in the corner in 2 seconds, says, okay, I got you. The Bible of Allah is corrupted. In the second, he will say, no. I'm not talking about the Bible of Allah. I'm talking about your Bible. I said, my friend, I don't have Bible. The Bible is the Bible of God. Who is the one who wrote the Injil? He will say, the one who sent the Injil, he will say, Allah. Okay. Now, where is the Injil of Allah? He will say, it's corrupted. Okay, so Allah book is corrupted, so what's my business? The debate is over. So a Muslim, when he attacked the Bible, he is shooting himself in the foot, because there is a weakness in this cult. By Muhammad accepting to say that the God of the Bible is the same God of Islam, he cannot play games no more. For now he is saying that anyone who corrupt the Injil is corrupting Allah words. And if a human can do that to Allah words, that's mean Allah words are not protected by Almighty God, which mean Allah is not Almighty God. He is Almighty Fufu. Anyone can change his words. And as long all the books who sent by Allah according to Muslims are corrupt, that's mean Allah, he proved to us that he is Fufu non-stop, over and over and over. Allah was Fufu with the Torah. Allah was Fufu with the book of Psalm. Allah was Fufu with the book of Abraham. Allah was Fufu with the book of Sulaiman. Allah was Fufu with the book of Isa. Allah was Fufu with the book of Idris. Allah was Fufu with all the names. We don't want to go to count the names because there are 124,000 prophets. All their books Allah could not protect, which means Allah was 123,990 times Fufu. And now the Muslim, they try to present to us that Fufu was a hero. So imagine you go in the stage where people, they do wrestling, and you lose 123,999 times, and you win only once. You are the hero. This is the logic of Muhammadan. Allah lost 123,999 times. He could not protect his books. He was able to protect one book, and even then we find there is tons of hadith proving that the Quran, which the Muslim claiming to be protected, is not protected. Starting from the Muslim saying that the Quran sent in order, which is not what they have today in their hand. And not to forget that the Muslim today, they don't even have the Quran, which is between our hand, because nobody have this Quran. This is according to recitation of recitation of recitation of recitation of recitation of Muhammad, which he supposedly got from Allah, but nobody saw Allah. There's no witnesses. In Islam, to prove adultery, you need 4 witnesses. How about to prove a prophet? In Islam, you have to have 4 witnesses, and they have to see the private part of the man going inside the private part of the woman, which means if a man is naked and she is naked and they are on the top of each other, that is not adultery in Islam. You have to see the private part going in and out. So how come in adultery we need 4 witnesses? When it's come to a prophet, he claimed to be a prophet of God, there is 0 witnesses. And I don't want to forget to mention that Muhammad, not only he don't have witnesses, he himself is not qualified to be a witness. Why? Because you remember the hadith where it says, the Muslim, they claim that Muhammad, he was bewitched. Bewitched mean he was under the control of the devil, and he began to imagine that he had done a thing, but in fact he did not. So how we can trust Muhammad that he saw anything? This guy is obviously, if we accept that he was bewitched, that is horrible. If we accept he have a mental illness, that is still a big problem, because then how we can trust that he saw anything? A person who is bewitched, the Arab in the old days, anyone, he is suffering from mental illness, they think he is bewitched. They claim magic is the reason for anything wrong. Even if somebody get normal sick, they think it is somebody, he made a magic for him. Even the sexual relationship of Muhammad life, it was fake, as you see in the hadith where it says that the prophet, he imagined himself having sex, but in fact he did not. So if his sex was fake, how about his God? He is imagining. If you take this guy to the court and you say, I have a guy, he's a witness in the crime, his name is Muhammad, and then the judge or the other lawyer, he says, sir, you cannot accept this witness. The judge will say, why? He says, I have here in the file that this person, he continued for such and such period imagining things, and he was bewitched. The judge will refuse this witness immediately. Do you understand? And imagine this is all in Islamic source, which is authentic. So if the authentic source, which is filtered and made in purpose to make Muhammad look like a prophet, those books are designed to say Muhammad is a prophet, not to say the opposite. If the book which is made to make Muhammad a prophet saying this, so what about the books who is saying or made to say Muhammad is not a prophet? What they will say? So Muhammad is not qualified to be a prophet, and the proof all over you. Stupid stories in the Quran, stupid fiction stories, superstition, flying carpet, ants, genies, whatever, crazy stuff. Sunset in murky water. The sperm is coming from the backbone of the man. The women have a sperm coming from her ribs. Crazy stuff. So how we can believe Muhammad is a prophet? Anyway, I'm happy that Mr. Dean, he called us, and I can tell he is out of Islam, even though he did not say so yet. And I welcome him again to call me anytime. If somebody told him anything I said to him is not true, please feel free to call me, and you will see that we will never share with a Muslim something is not true, because always you can call me back and you can get me busted, and that will be very embarrassing. Everything I say, you see, like we have this video. I encourage our friend Dean, who called me, download the video and check everything we say to you one by one. Check the tafsir, check the interpretation, check Ibn Kathir, check Al-Qurtubi, check Al-Jalalain, and read by yourself and come back to me, my friend, and you will see we are not lying to you. I want to say thank you all for being here. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe to this channel. How many of you subscribe here? Don't forget to subscribe. So guys, remember, when a Muslim he speak against the Bible, tell him, okay, I got it, the Bible of Allah is corrupted. Right away you will see how the color of his face change. Just use your logic. Think about it. What this guy is trying to say to me. This guy, he believed that Allah is the one who sent the Bible, and now he's saying to me the Bible is corrupted. So he's saying to me, without knowing, that he is saying that the book of his God is corrupted. So what's my business? It's like somebody getting a gun and shooting himself in the foot, literally. He's accusing his God not to be God. So what's my business? The book always belongs to the author, not to the follower. If you buy my book from Amazon, that will not make it your book. This is my book. Do you understand? So if Allah is the one who sent the Injil and he is the one who sent the Torah, that means he is the one responsible for those books. A human being cannot be responsible for preserving anything, because even the Quran says so. The Quran says, Inna alayna jam'uhu wa qur'anahu. It is on us to recite and to collect, but Allah never recite and never collect, because Muhammad, even the Muslim agree that the one who recited the Quran to Muhammad was Jibreel. What is this verse? Okay, jam'uhu wa qur'anahu. And the one who collected the Quran according to Muhammad, it was Uthman. So what does Allah promise? See, this is a chapter 75, verse number 16. It is upon us to recite the Quran and to put the Quran together. Who is talking? Allah. Is Uthman is Allah? No. Even Uthman, he burned many Quran during his lifetime. If the Quran is a one book, why he burned the rest? Obviously there's a lot of differences. The first ever human being who burned Quran, it was Muslims. The Caliphate exactly. And the Quran say clearly, the only one will collect the Quran is Allah. Look what Muhammad is saying. Allah, he did collect the Quran through mankind. But this is what the verse saying. If the verse want to say, I will collect it by you, then he will say that. He says, Inna alayna, it's on us. And by the way, what do you mean by human being? Even your story says that the Sahaba, they die and a lot of Quran is missing. Aisha, she says Al-Ahzab used to be equal to Al-Baqarah, which means more than 200 verses are missing in one chapter. Where is it? What do you mean? Where preserved? Can you recite for me the chapter of a breastfeeding? Here we go, I'm listening. Can you type it for us? Type for me the chapter of breastfeeding for adult. Type it, as long as it's preserved. Oh boy. Anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here. I'm losing my voice. I wish you a great weekend. It's already Saturday here. It's already 1 a.m. in the morning, and I start a couple of hours ago. How many hours we are here live? I start at 9. So man, that's we are here for long. Anyway, did we learn good stuff today? I hope we did. And don't forget to download the video and share it with your friends. We don't keep them long in our channel. And don't forget again, please, to tell your friends that this is the channel we will do live podcast. This is why today we have small number, because not many people knows that we are here. All right, thank you, and may the Lord bless you, and I will see you soon again. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and we'll see you with the blessing of the Lord, and we leave you with the blessing of the Lord for the weekend. And don't forget, if you go to the church this Sunday, or if you pray in your house, because at the end of the day, it's what you it's you pray to the Lord, not where you pray. The Lord, he says, go to your closet and pray alone. You know, it's not about praying in front of the crowd. It's about being a person who says something from your heart. Pray for our friend Mr. Dean, so he will see the truth, and the truth will set him free. Today we have a journey with him to explain to him. Still, he need to be touched by heart. He need to see the truth, and I pray, and I hope you pray with me, that Dean is going to see the truth and will come to Christ soon. You know, each time a Muslim he leave Islam, he don't just leave Islam. he became a warrior, because those people, they left something for them, present identity. So he will become a warrior, and that will make him a warrior for Christ, and will bring a lot of Muslims to Christ, starting from his own families. And this is the experience of all those people who left Islam after talking to me. First he leave Islam, then his family come out. You start with 1, you end with 5, and the 5 became 10, and the 10 became 20, and the 20 became 50, etc. Because then they will become warriors for Christ in peace, in love, not by doing jihad and killing. So we pray for our friend to see the truth, and the truth will set him free. And we pray that all of you will have a peaceful weekend, beautiful time with your family, and enjoy the cold which I have here, which is snow. Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And see you soon.